This is Brennan Pearson. So he's their normal place kicker. What we got here?
Timeout, pal.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. They were a player short. And Coach Matt Lowe is not happy about it. And he's going to sub some players out. So I believe he wanted to call a timeout just to get some new guys in. And Powell is ready for an onside kick.
Yeah, they're bringing their hands team in there.
And it's funny to see a high school coach out there getting them lined up.
You shouldn't see that. The referee should be preventing that from happening. The high school coaches, college coaches should only come to the hash mark and work on their team. So that's something I don't really like to see that the officials let happen. Because if you're going to let it happen on one sideline, you need to let it happen on the other sideline.
That's fair. So here's that Warren Gooch kickoff. And it's just going to go deep through the back of the end zone. And that is a touchback. And no time comes off the clock. So with 3 seconds left, Powell will likely take a knee and get out of here with a big region win. That puts the Panthers atop their region.
Huge game here for Powell. Pull out this big win against the Oak Ridge Wildcats, get that momentum moving forward. And we've all been kind of waiting around for Powell to do this.
Yeah.
But they've just been unhealthy, had some bad breaks here and there, tough losses. And now Powell is starting to play a little bit of Powell football.
3-0 in the region. That's huge. Coming off a 0-2 start, turning around like they have. Panthers are right in the thick of things as we get here the back half of the season.
Guys, if you're interested in fresh farm beef, check out crookedforkfarms.com. They will be at the Rockwood Fall Festival tomorrow morning. If you're in the area, go to Rockwood City Fall Festival, and you can pick up some of the best USDA certified beef in the Appalachian Mountains.
Selling beef tomorrow, huh? And here's Potts. Potts does take that knee, and the time does run off the clock. And Powell gets this very big Region 3 5A victory over Oak Ridge. Final score 30-14. So, Coach, give me your takeaways for both of these teams.
Biggest takeaway for me was Oak Ridge just getting whooped in the trenches all night long on both sides of the ball. Got to get that improved immediately. I was kind of shocked at how light Oak Ridge was up front. I haven't paid attention to their size. If anybody out there, Oak Ridge fans, is watching, have you seen a smaller offensive line starting for the Oak Ridge Wildcats in years past? I'm talking 185 pounds, 200 pounds, 205 pounds, 220. Very light for a 5A program. So maybe we need to get some of that Crooked Fork Farms beef and pork over there to the Oak Ridge offensive line room.
I want to say once again a big thank you to H. Daniel Forrester, attorney at law. Civil and criminal law, go to danielforresterlaw.com for more information. And also a big thank you to County Commissioner Sabra Beauchamp. And can't do it without our sponsors. Thank you all for being a part of it tonight. And also Climax R&R Roofing and Renovations. You can go to climaxrr.com. It's a service you can trust at competitive prices and a job done right. Call 865-406-5431. I guess also want to give a big shout out to Sean Gleason being our instant replay sponsor tonight. So that was a little bit different, but we were happy to see it. And also State Representative John Reagan being our touchdown sponsors for tonight.
Score update. McMinn Central 17, Kingston 14 final.
So McMinn Central getting that win over Kingston. So the Yellow Jackets hosted a playoff game last year, looking like that's not going to happen again this year, but still in a good position to make the playoffs are Brian Pankey's Wildcats. A reminder, folks, coming up immediately after our broadcast, it is the free medical clinic Friday night scoreboard show. And David Queener, Jonathan Cox, be there. Take all your calls. We want to hear from you. Where were you? What'd you see? just tell us something nutty that happened, because
Participate, guys. We need you to call in and participate and put the coaches to the test in there. And let us know what you've seen. We have eyes all over East Tennessee, so make sure you call in and let us know what you've seen. How did your team perform?
Yeah.
Any questionable calls? Let us know.
And the fans are not shy. They call. They call in.
I'm telling you, I love listening to that.
I do too.
Home. It's so fun.
It is. So,
and they've got some awesome patience. The guys there on the scoreboard show, so they do a good job.
They do. So, stay tuned for that.
Queener's got a guest.
And David Queener's got a guest tonight.
Oh, tune in as Queener has a guest in-house for the Friday night scoreboard.
And we don't know who it is, so I guess you'll have to tune in yourself. So that's about going to wrap it up for us. Powell, big victor tonight over Oak Ridge. Final score 30-14 here from Powell. And for James Gibson, Brad Jones, all of our cameramen, Chandler Jones back at the studio. Good night, everybody.
Dreamed about the perfect house, a place to call your own, and a place to not only stretch out, but to grow. Auto Owners protects your house because to you, it's home. That's simple human sense.
Ask Griffin Insurance Agency in Kingston if Auto Owners make sense for you.
Happy to help, man. I was just over there talking to myself anyway.
The Harriman Utility Board works hard to ensure reliable electric power is delivered to our service area. Recurring tree trimming and maintenance is essential to preventing unplanned outages caused by falling trees. HUB crews are constantly at work during the peak growing season and respond rapidly to storm damage. As partners in our community, we urge customers to be aware of the importance of electric line right-of-way management. Find out more about current right-of-way policies at our website, hub-tn.com.
I am a simplicity dealer. This business is my life, my career. If you need a new mower, I'll help you choose the model that will make your property look its very best, and even let you take a test drive. When it does need service, you can rely on my factory service training and genuine parts. Because I don't just sell products, I build relationships. I am a simplicity dealer.
Football is back, and OAB Law is excited for a season full of big hits and those nail-biting near misses. If you've been injured, OAB Law will come to your defense. Call OAB Law and turn your wreck into a check.
Welcome to the Friday Night Scoreboard. I'm David Queener. Jonathan Cox is gone tonight. I do have some guests coming. I'll leave it a suspense until they get here. One's going to be a pretty special young man coming in with his dad tonight, so I'll leave it at this. Everybody just stay on the edge of your seats. This is a young man that is really into sports big time. He's a big Anderson County fan too. We won't hold that against him tonight, but we'll see what he's got to say once he gets here tonight, and we'll see how long they're going to stay with me. Hopefully they'll stay the whole time, but if they don't, we'll make it. But I expect some guests here just in a little while. So Oak Ridge goes down tonight to Powell, and man, a gruesome injury at Powell tonight. The guys there on TV got a really good shot of it, and they didn't want to show it no more, and I don't blame it. It was really a bad injury. It looked like a really bad injury there. So some things that's caught my eye, and I'm going to give you some scores, and this is off Coach T, okay? This really caught me when I started flipping through Coach T's stuff tonight. Maryville goes down to Cleveland tonight, 28-24. That's a big win for Cleveland. I don't know when the last time Maryville's had 2 losses, and those 2 losses, one of them weren't in Alcoa and one of them went in Oakland, so I don't know. So, but Maryville does go down tonight. Anderson County rolls tonight over Carter, 49-22. Cofield bounces back big time tonight over Midway, 49-0. Oliver Springs goes, whoa, wait a minute here. This says Oliver Springs come back and won. Wow, I didn't know that. This now changed. Okay, Oliver Springs, congratulations, over Harriman tonight, 31-28. All right, Mayor of Oliver Springs. Man, y'all are on the road down there on a little, I think about a 3-game winning streak here. So congratulations to the Oliver Springs Bobcats. Reeled off, I think, the 3rd win in a row. We'll send them a little love. Send a little love down that way. We got called out a couple weeks ago by the mayor down there. He didn't think we sent enough, so we do want to send some love down to Oliver Springs tonight. A big win for the Bobcats tonight. I hope this is all credit off Coach T. Shout out to some other people in Clinton tonight, Donna and Greg, that watch us religiously here on Friday night. A big shout out to them. I hope they're watching tonight. Well, I don't hope they're watching. I know they're watching. And Donna, I seen you today, but I couldn't catch you on my scooter. You was on Market Street, and I couldn't get turned around fast enough to run you down. And I hope you bought some antiques today, or had a good time looking at them, either one, because big festival going on there this weekend, downtown Clinton on Market Street. Get out and check it out tomorrow. I think it starts at 9 o'clock in the morning, or 8 maybe. I'm not really sure. If you get there, there'll be people there. They're there usually at daylight, so it was crowded today. Get on down and check it out, though, tomorrow. Just a few shout-outs to a few people tonight I've been in contact with, and like I said, shout-out to all. If this is correct, Oliver Springs looks like they won their 3rd game in a row. 31-28 over Harriman. A while ago, that was reversed big time, so guess they changed it up, so we've got it correct now. Let's see, let me get another one. Rockwood defeats Oneida tonight, 42-24. Big win. Fulton wins tonight over South Doyle, 48-29. Oakdale wins over Sunbright tonight, 36-8. And West rolls 41-0. I was trying to see here. It looks like Loudon is down to Brainerd right now, 20-14. Loudon's a team that does play some teams in their area, so we'll keep up with them. Kingston does go down to McMinn Central tonight and lose 17-14. So the Kingston Jackets get defeated tonight and to McMinn Central. Though a lot of people thought, I think, that Kingston would win that game tonight, me being one. Carnes wins tonight over Lenore City, 38-36. Some future opponents. Both of those opponents are for the Clinton Dragons, which they fall last night in overtime to Campbell County. And there's no UC mentioned score. They fall in overtime. High scoring affair, but get beat in the last little bit there and lose to Campbell County tonight. Their backs are against the wall now to make the playoffs. I would think they have to run the table. These last games, run the table and maybe hope for some luck, maybe from somewhere else. They're in the same situation they was in last year, and they're going to have to run the table. So right now, you might as well say Clinton's on the outside looking in, and until they get some things done. It'd been nice if they'd have won last night, and they could have had everything in their own hand, their own destiny. But that's not the case right now. So we'll see what happens in the next couple weeks with Clinton. So as they wind down the season, we'll figure it out. They'll figure it out, hopefully. Let's see if there's anybody else on here. Sweetwater's another team that we've covered just a little bit, that they come up in our area and play some games. So we'll 35-32 over Signal Mountain. Let's see here. Another team that we always hear during playoff, and it's always interesting. So it's somebody that Cofield usually runs into. South Pitt Wednesday night over Chattanooga Prep, 59-0. That's just a team that plays that will catch a lot in the playoffs up this way, and that's a big foe for Cofield later on. Let's see here if there's anything else. Man, Livingston Academy, they're on hard times down there this year. Wow. Huh. Okay, I don't really see anything else that's going to interest us. Give us a call tonight at 483-8112, and we'll talk a little high school football. Probably won't talk much Tennessee football tonight because, there's Tennessee's off tomorrow. They're lucky. I say we ain't going to talk much. I'll just talk it right now. There's no phone. Phones are not ringing to call in for about high school football. Tennessee was lucky, in my opinion, to win last Saturday. They played not to lose the game, and they almost lost the game. Be a matter of fact, it would have served them right if they had have lost the game last Saturday for doing the way they played down the end. So, you're snapping the ball however how many seconds Tennessee's run as fast as you can, then you get in the fourth quarter and get all these delayed games. Let's play faster, let's don't play at all. Let's get it figured out real quick. Like, I know that was a big win for the head coach, but man, bad coaching on your part. I just think it's bad coaching. Like I said, you don't ever play not to lose. You got to play to win the game. In Tennessee, Josh Heupel did not play to win that game last week, even though it worked out in this. Florida has another 30 seconds. They win a football game. They didn't, and Tennessee won, but Tennessee shouldn't have won, and I think most of the people realize that. So they got lucky. So we'll see what they do next week against LSU, which is a team that has come back from their opening loss and come back and have won some games. And we'll see. Coming down the stretch is pretty – these next three games for Tennessee, 0-3, 2-1, very seriously doubt 3-0. So the best they're probably going to do is 2-1. Maybe 2 wins over LSU and Kentucky. Maybe 1-2. Maybe they don't beat LSU. And 0-3 possibly, because a loss to LSU, a loss to Kentucky, and a loss to the Crimson Tide, Alabama. So it's a tough schedule coming down the stretch. So Tennessee could go from way up here on this high pedestal to way down here on this low pedestal. They could go from 4-0 real quick like to 4-3. So don't get your hopes up too quick, people. I mean, they got a tough schedule coming down, like I said, coming down the pike. It's a tough schedule. So we'll see. Like I said, Tennessee got lucky last week. I personally don't think they should have won. I think they should have got beat. I think they deserved to have got beat just the way they played in the last quarter. Not very good football. And we can say we can do this ever how y'all want to do it. We can put all the top buttered. We can put all the top icing on this cake. We can ice this cake up ever how you want it. We can make it a one-layer cake, a huge cake, a wedding cake. We can make it whatever you want it to be. But Tennessee's defense cannot get off the field. They cannot get off the field after third down. They can't get off. They're not able to stop anybody. Florida just had their way with them Saturday, and there's got to be some concerns over the defensive side of the ball. And maybe with them on break this week, they'll figure some things out and change some things. Understand they've already said they're not going to play no more games like they played Saturday on the offensive side of the ball. Well, they need to come out and say that about the defense. They're not going to play any more games like they played defensively last Saturday because Tennessee cannot get off the field. They just couldn't get off the field. They were out there. And like I said, got lucky in my opinion. I wish Cox was here tonight so we could get his take. Maybe he'll call in after a while. And if he does call in, I'll ask him that question and see how he feels about it. So we'll see how it all rolls out here in the next 3 weeks. But like I said, Tennessee's off tomorrow, so there'll be no use in talking too much college football tonight. So we'll go as long as we can tonight and talk high school football. And then after that, we'll probably mosey on to the house because I've said about all I want to say about college football. Not unless my guest wants to talk just a few minutes about it. We'll see how much he's got knowledge of that. I'm sure he's got a lot. I can tell you this much. He's a huge Atlanta Braves fan. He's a huge Kyle Busch fan. So he is a sports fan, 100%. So I think he'll be juiced up tonight when he comes in here. He'll be ready to go. He'll be 100% on go, and we'll just see how it takes off here. But like I said, if we didn't mention a score that you're wanting to know, let us know, and we'll try to find it, or I'm sure there's somebody out here that's watching like there always is that will call in and tell us the score. So we'll say, oh, well, there was one here. Let me go back and find it right quick. Let's see if I can find this thing right quick. Greenville over Seymour tonight, 61 to nothing. Greenville wins 61 to nothing. Probably a future opponent of Anderson County a little later on in the year during the playoffs. And if I'm not mistaken, Oak Ridge might go to Greenville next Friday night. They go to Greenville sometime in the next couple games here. They go to Greenville. So be interesting to see. I think it's Greenville, or Greenville might be. I don't think it really matters where Greenville plays them. It should be a good football game. But Oak Ridge loses tonight to Powell. Clinton lost last night to Campbell County. So Lenore City and Carnes. Carnes wins that game tonight. That's district games for Clinton and Oak Ridge and them. So we'll see. We'll see what happens here. Excuse me. See if there's anything else I have just missed. And Austin East wins tonight over Union County, 71 to 22. Bearden wins tonight, 21 to 7 over Bradley Central. Like I said, the shocker of all tonight on here is Cleveland beats Maryville 28 to 24 tonight. Scott County goes down to Gibbs tonight, another future opponent of Clinton, 42 to 14. And then Oliver Springs. Congratulations to Oliver Springs Bobcats on your third win in a row, 31 to 28. Congratulations. Looks like Oliver Springs has got everything headed in the right direction. Mary, you ought to be happy down there. The Bobcats are on the road, so congratulations to the Oliver Springs Bobcats. Go ahead, caller. You're on the air.
Oak Ridge plays Greenville at home next week. Then they got Carnes, Dobbins Bennett, and Campbell County.
Wow. Pretty tough schedule.
Yep.
All right,
have a good day.
All right, thanks, man. Pretty tough schedule for Oak Ridge coming down the stretch. Could be a few losses in a row, possibly. The Greenville game, Greenville will give them all they want, and then Kingsport Dobbins Bennett's been playing really well. And if I'm not mistaken, Carnes beat Oak Ridge last year. I don't think Campbell County did, but man, that's Campbell County got a good little quarterback up there, sophomore. Threw for 300 and some yards last night, passed for 100 and some yards last night. Clinton just really didn't have any pressure on him last night, none whatsoever to do something with him. So Oak Ridge got a tough schedule coming down the stretch here, a big tough schedule. So we'll see what they do tonight. I mean, not tonight, but in the next couple of weeks. We'll see how it all works out. So, like I said, it's all coming down to the nitty gritty. So we'll see how it comes down here. But Anderson County wins tonight. They stay undefeated. Like I said, they're on a collision course, probably with Elizabethton again, probably somewhere in the playoffs, and probably Greenville somewhere in the playoffs. I don't know how that's all going to play out. That's all pretty confusing. I know I think some of those games could be at AC in the playoffs this year. I think it's Anderson County's turn to have them there. I don't know if both of them will be there or if one of them's there. I'm not 100% sure, but they'll be ready to go no matter what. So football season is starting to wind down a little bit through the regular season, and the playoff picture is starting to take shape and place for us to see who's in, who's out. We probably know first and second right now. Who's at first and second right now? I'm saying right now it's still Powell and Oak Ridge, but if Carnes or Campbell County can get Oak Ridge, I would think they would jump Oak Ridge and move into second place. So Oak Ridge has still got life. They still got they still got it in their own hands and control and control that part of it in their own hands. So we'll see what happens. That could be interesting too. And I think it was the same scenario last year, basically, and Oak Ridge took care of business. So we'll see. I do know tonight it sounds like you heard a few players that I've heard that's been on the injured list. I think Oak Ridge's quarterback was different tonight because I was told their quarterback is the one that's played most of the year is out hurt. Don't know too much of the extent of the injury, but just know that he's hurt. So Oak Ridge has really been snake bit this year. They've not had good luck on the injury front. It's the bug has got Oak Ridge. Hey, give us a call 483-8112, and we'll talk about your favorite team. Quite a few flags tonight in the Oak Ridge Powell game. Quite a few conferences with the Powell coach. I don't really know what. I've never seen so many conferences with a coach tonight as they had quite a ton of penalties last night in the Clinton and Campbell County game. I really don't know what the deal is with that neither, but there was a ton of penalties last night. Seems like that's been the scenario all year long in high school football is penalties, penalties, penalties. So we'll see if we can. I've been wanting to try to talk to a couple officials I know, but we're not having any luck. Hey, let's take our first break of the night, and then when we come back, we'll have some guests on, and we'll talk a little bit more high school. We're going to take our first break, and we'll be right back here in just a couple minutes.
We should never lose sight of our health. To keep moving forward, let's not forget everything we've learned. Limit the salty food options. Make your own daily exercise routine. And always receive regular checkups. More than anything, we have learned how important these small steps can make a big difference, so we can all continue to move forward together.
I am a Simplicity dealer. This business is my life, my career. If you need a new mower, I'll help you choose the model that will make your property look its very best, and even let you take a test drive. When it does need service, you can rely on my factory service training and genuine parts. Because I don't just sell products, I build relationships. I am a Simplicity dealer.
S.L. Bowman & Sons, 524 North Front Street in Rockwood.
Your grandmother's fine china, those trendy sneakers, your collection of hand-carved duck decoys. Auto Owners protects your home. Because, well, somebody should. That's simple human sense.
Ask Griffin Insurance Agency in Kingston if auto owners make sense for you.
Oh, now you do your job.
On-Site Care, now located in Kingston, is accepting new patients. Nurse practitioner Candace Templeton has over 25 years of healthcare experience in offering management of chronic care conditions. On-Site Care offers free sports physicals for established patients. Plus, On-Site Care offers hormone replacement therapy with compounded pellets. On-Site Care accepts most major insurance plans and offers affordable self-pay options as well. Call 865-285-9588 to schedule an appointment at On-Site Care.
A college degree can't be earned in just one day, but can be achieved by doing our best together, just one day at a time. From getting a great start with your Roan State Success Coach, to learning together in the classroom, accessing free tutoring in the Learning Center, and working one-on-one with your instructors. Together, we succeed, one day at a time. Oh, and free tuition helps. So apply at roanstate.edu now, and let's succeed together.
Pat Ryan here with Kathy Mae Martin. If you're thinking of buying or selling real estate, then make the right play call and contact Kathy Mae Martin for all your real estate needs. Kathy's 30-plus years of knowledge and experience gives her clients the competitive edge. You know, like me on game day. Kick is up and it's good. Kathy Mae Martin for all your real estate needs.
Evans Mortuary has been serving the needs of families in and around Roane County since 1976. As established members of our hometown community, we understand the security of dealing with people you know you can trust. We build our reputation on this trust. The Evans family appreciates the confidence the community has expressed in us over the years and will constantly strive to earn that favor. Evans Mortuary, 805 North Gateway.
Football is back. And OAB Law is excited for a season full of big hits, perfect plays, and those nail-biting near misses. If you've been injured, OAB Law will come to your defense and tackle any obstacles blocking you from scoring a full and fair settlement. Call OAB Law, 865-546-1111, and turn your wreck into a check.
1952. That's the year Hammers opened the first store in East Tennessee. Now there are 5 stores, and there's always something new. Like in Hammers' popular ladies' boutique department, you'll find the lowest price possible on new arrivals every week. Find similar deals in the men's department and the expanded rug department. Plus, special purchases always offer surprise savings. You never know what you'll find next at Hammers.
Welcome back to the Friday Night Scoreboard, the free medical clinic Friday Night Scoreboard, folks. And if you're in need of medical care and don't have any insurance, look the people up from the free medical clinic, and they'll hook you up. FMCOR.org. Check them out. They're in Anderson, Roan, and I believe Morgan, if I'm right here. Yeah, that's right. I've said it a million times and cannot remember it. Anderson, Morgan, and Roan County, and it's about 14,000 people in Anderson, Roan, Morgan County that doesn't have insurance and is going to need them. Don't go without health insurance. Check with the free medical clinic and get you some health. In most cases, they can help you out and take care of you, and they're willing to do that. We appreciate them sponsoring our show tonight. And my special guest tonight is Neelan Bray. His dad wouldn't get up here. I tried to get Jeremy up here. He's been on here before with me, but he wants Neelan to be up here tonight. And Neelan has been on me a little bit to get him on the show now. I don't know where he got that hat he's got on. I told him wearing a hat down here in Oak Ridge country like that, and that Anderson County hat, but he's brave enough to wear it down here, and I'm worried about, this is what I'm worried about now. I'm worried about all these chicks that's going to come down here after they see you on TV tonight, and we're going to have to fight them through. We're going to have to get some police protection up here with all these girls that's going to be down here later on tonight. All right, now, if you're some guru, anybody want to give us a call and want to talk to me or Neelan, and you're probably going to want to talk to Neelan more than you want to talk to me, 483-8112, give us a call, and we'll, if I can't answer it, he can. He probably can answer it before I can. Hey, and also tonight, when I left the house, the Braves were up 3-1. I don't know what the final, I don't know if that's a final yet or not, but the Braves were up 3-1. I know you're a big Braves fan too. So they were up 3-1. I think they'd hit 3 home runs tonight off of that good pitcher for the Mets. But anyway, just throwing that a little side note in there. Who played well for Anderson County tonight in their big 49-0 win?
Eli Braden.
Eli Braden. Who else? Anybody else? Anybody play good on the defensive side of the ball?
I can't answer that one.
Can't answer it?
No.
Just Eli Braden. Did he? Is he a receiver or is he a running back?
Receiver.
He's a receiver. So I'm assuming if he played well tonight, then he caught some touchdown passes.
3.
3 touchdown passes tonight. Okay. Do what? 5-2 Braves. 5-2 Braves. Looks like they're probably going to win that thing, maybe. They need to win this week. So AC goes to 7-0. What do you think? What do you think coming down the road for Anderson County? What do you think they're going to do? You think they're going to go fairly good ways in the playoffs, or do you think the third round's going to snatch them again like it has in the last couple of years?
I feel like this year they're going to go through third round.
Going to go through third round this year? Okay. So that means they'll have to beat Elizabethton or Greenville 1 probably, and maybe both through the third round. And just to let you know, Greenville won tonight 61-0, okay? Just to throw that out there so you can
We've already beat Elizabethton, so I think so.
So you got Elizabethton, you beat them. Yes, you're correct. Now you've got Greenville. It'll be a playoff game. Greenville comes to Oak Ridge next Friday night and plays Oak Ridge Wildcats next Friday night. So we get to see a little of Greenville and see what they can do with Oak Ridge. And, they've played up quite a bit this year. And want to put your little piece in your ear, okay? And let's see who these callers are. Could be for you. Go ahead, caller. You're on the air.
Hey, David, I got a question.
Okay.
You got the Oak Ridge Wildcats goes to Oak Ridge High School. Okay. you got Kingston Yellow Jackets, but their school is Roane County High School.
Yeah.
So how does that work like it?
Well, Kingston, I think they changed Kingston's name a few years ago. I'm not 100% sure on what I'm telling you. They changed it to Roane County High School. And it was Kingston before that. So what was your on Oak Ridge now? What did you say about Oak Ridge?
Well, you see, you got Oak Ridge Wildcats and Oak Ridge High School. You got Clinton High School, Clinton Dragons, but you got Kingston with Roane County High School.
Yeah. And also in Roane County, you got Kingston, Rockwood, Harriman, I'm leaving anybody out, Midway, and Oliver Springs. So you've got all those high schools in Roane County, and on the Anderson County side, you've got Anderson County High School, Clinton High School, and Oak Ridge. That's just the way there is. That's the way the schools are. But Kingston is considered Roane County High School, and that's correct.
Okay. All right. Thank you now.
All right, bud.
All right.
Quick caller, you on the air?
Hi.
Hi.
I know who you are.
Who's this?
Yeah, I know you know who I am, Nealon.
Who is it?
My cousin.
Your cousin. Got a question for Nealon?
Yes, I would like to know if Anderson County won tonight. Yes, they did. Do you remember the score? It's like 14-49.
We won at 42-0. That's what. Now wait a minute. You might be right. Coach T has said. Coach T's not always right here. Let me look and see if I can tell you right quick. Coach T sometimes gets confused real bad. And Anderson County, this is 49-22. So they might have scored a touchdown or something after you left, but that's what Coach T's saying. And they say it's final, so who knows? So Anderson County wins tonight 49-22.
Okay, then. Thank you.
Welcome.
Bye.
Bye. All right, one call down, several to go, I hope. So you're thinking that Anderson County is going to roll in the playoffs, and they're going to do pretty good this year when it comes playoff time.
Yes.
So who would you consider your favorite player on Anderson County? Do you have a favorite player, or do you just have a bunch? Who's your favorite player?
Bryson Val.
Bryson Val. What position does Bryson Val play?
Wide receiver.
He's a wide receiver too. Anderson County's got some really good wide receivers, don't they?
Yeah.
Got some couple good running backs, and no kid, and I cannot remember the other young man's name. What's the other running back's name? What's his name? Moog?
Yeah,
Moog. Yeah, they got some good running backs. Got a good quarterback.
That's Martinez.
Yeah, Martinez. He's a good quarterback. So Anderson County, got some good players. You said no played a little bit tonight. He played on the offense or defensive side of the ball tonight?
Defense and did 2 plays on the offense.
So he did a couple plays on the offense tonight and then played mainly on the defensive side of the football tonight. Okay, so that means he might be getting a little bit healthier as we're going down the stretch here. You think they really need Gavin Noe coming down the stretch, don't they?
Yes, really need him.
He's big time. Well, he's big time offense and defense, but he's somebody they can't do without. They need to be loaded for bear whenever who they play on down in the playoffs. You agree with that?
Yes.
Am I right so far? Man, I know a little bit more about Anderson County than I thought I did then. No. What else you want to talk about?
I know Oliver Springs won today.
Yeah, Oliver Springs did win today. They've won 3 games in a row. They're on a 3-game winning streak. They didn't start the year off too well. I think it's 3. It couldn't be 4, but I think it's 3. They didn't start the year off too well, and they won again tonight. Had another big win tonight. So they're on a little roll here. I guess Clinton got beat last night.
Yes.
Did you watch that game?
I stayed up till 3rd quarter.
Stayed up to the 3rd quarter and watched that game? Well, they got beat in overtime last night to Campbell County and put them behind the 8 ball a little bit as far as playoffs go. They're going to have to do some big winning in the next 2 or 3 weeks in order to make it to the playoffs. So they're in a little bit of trouble when it comes to the playoffs. They're going to have to hustle a little bit in order to get into playoffs. So
I think
You think what?
I think they should have won. Their passing game at the start of the game didn't go good. Then they started getting it down closer to the end of the game, and I think they needed it more at the start.
So you think Clinton's passing game wasn't too well at the front end? I didn't see the first part of it. I was down here doing a show being on a show last night, so I didn't get to see the first part of the game. So Clinton didn't come out passing the ball like they normally do or like they have done in the past?
Like they normally do.
Yeah, okay. Did Anderson County come out tonight running the ball a lot or throwing the ball a lot or just a mixture of things tonight?
Mostly throwing.
Mostly throwing tonight?
Yeah. Gibbs didn't have nobody that was like tall that could bring somebody on and like take somebody. So that's why we just
throwed the ball?
Yeah.
Got to throw it at will? Okay. I can see that. Anderson County does throw the ball a lot. Like you said, they've got some good receivers, and I agree with you. They do have some good receivers. So, hey, folks, you'll give us a call, 483-8112. Give us a call. Me and Neil will try to answer your question. I don't know whether I can or not. He probably can, but I probably won't be able to. But we'll try to answer the call if we can tonight. A lot of teams playing away tonight. Oak Ridge is over in Powell. Anderson County is at, I think, Carter tonight. Clinton played last night. So most of the teams are. Who else do you keep up with besides Anderson County, Clinton? I know you mentioned Oliver Springs, so that means you must pay attention a little bit to Oliver Springs. Is there anybody else?
I can keep catching the Campbell County.
You keep up with Campbell County a little bit?
Yeah.
They got a good quarterback, too. He's a young guy. He's just a sophomore.
Junior. He's somewhere in the junior, I think.
Is he a junior? Okay, I thought he was a sophomore. He threw for 300 and some yards last night. He might have ran for 100 and some yards last night, too, but he's pretty good. He looked like a pretty good quarterback.
Yeah.
He's a pretty good quarterback. So who else besides Campbell County that you keep up with?
I keep up with a little bit of Kingston.
Keep up with a little bit of Kingston? All right. Have you ever seen Kingston play? Have you ever seen Kingston coach Pankey? Coach Pankey? You know who I'm talking about? You don't know who I'm talking about? He's a good guy. He's a good football coach. He played it. Yeah, he'll be on a Wednesday show here. He played at Kingston and came back to coach there later on. And he's a good coach. He's brought the Kingston program. He's got it rekindled a little bit, and they've been doing fairly well here recently. But like I said, you keep up with Maryville and Alcoa?
Well, he works with a man that he does the offensive line, and his son does the offensive line for Alcoa.
Oh, his son's the offensive line coach at Alcoa?
Not the coach. He plays.
Oh, he plays. He plays on Alcoa's offensive line. Oh, okay. All right, then. All right. So you do know that Maryville got beat tonight by Cleveland tonight, which I would consider it be a big upset. That'd be me anyway. I would consider that an upset. Would you?
Yeah.
I'm glad you're on my side on that.
I would think Cleveland would not do nothing. I think Maryville will just take over the game.
Well, Maryville didn't take the game over tonight. They got beat. So I was trying to figure out, and maybe somebody will call later on and tell us, when the last time Maryville lost to either Alcoa or Oakland, because here recently they've been losing to Oakland in the playoffs. When's the last time Maryville lost a game to other than those two schools? And that would be interesting to know when they've lost to a school other than those two. So I really can't remember, and it could be Morristown West way back. So I don't remember the exact year or anything. So, who's Anderson County got next week? Are they off they got a bye next week, or is it the next week during fall break?
Next week they got their Thursday game against Gibbs.
Oh, that's right. They're on TV on Thursday, and then they'll be the next week they'll be off on fall break, won't they? Because everybody in Anderson County will be out on fall break there. Clinton City and Anderson County all be on fall break. So they got Gibbs next week. Do you know who they got left on their schedule besides Gibbs? You got any idea? You got the book here. Can you see it?
They got Bearden and Scott.
Bearden and Scott. Okay, and then they'll be getting ready for the playoffs. All right.
I'd say on the off week they'll get Gavin working.
Yeah, give him a chance to get a little bit more healthier, and he's, like I said, he's coming back, but it'll be it's slow, but he'll make. I would think he'll make it back from the. Well, I hope he does, because I like watching him play also, because he runs the ball really hard. He's hard to bring down, and he runs the ball really hard.
Well, when you're 225, you really have a lot on you.
I heard that. He's a load. I will agree with you. He is a load. He's a load. He's an elusive runner. He's hard to bring down, and he just keeps on turning them legs. And he works hard too. He's worked hard to get where he's at. I mean, he's worked really hard. So that, as you grow up, you'll hear hard work pays off. Well, it's paid off for Gavin, big time. Working hard, doing the right thing. So you got to do the right things. And if you work hard, good things will happen to you. Good things happen to him. He's got a scholarship, a D1 scholarship waiting on him at one of the Navy Academy, and that will be something that will stay with him for the rest of his life, and he'll be able to ride that ship for a long way going to the Navy Academy. So that's a good thing for him. And his dad's a good guy too. I know his dad real well, and his dad is a fine man too. So I just hope Gavin gets back to 100%. We want all of our athletes to be 100% playing. We want all of our teams to be at 100% playing, and we don't. We want everybody to be healthy and be playing these games. So I guess tonight, if you was asking me, I think the biggest upset tonight is the Maryville-Cleveland game. I think that's a big upset for Cleveland to pull that off tonight and to win that game. I was shocked that McMinn Central beat Kingston tonight. I really thought Kingston would win that ball game, but they got beat 17-14. Looks like a field goal beat them. But Kingston's been winning some close ball games. I guess they just run out of luck tonight, maybe. I was a little shocked last night. Was you shocked Clinton got beat with Campbell County last night?
Yeah.
Yeah, well, I was shocked last night that Campbell County took Clinton out. I thought Clinton might be a little bit better than them this year, and so that was a shocker last night. But I don't think other than, let's see here. Let me look one more time here, because this thing changes. Like, I wasn't shocked tonight with Coalfield Midway. I knew Coalfield would bounce back tonight after getting beat last week at Gordonsville. I knew that would happen. I really wasn't shocked with Oliver Springs Harriman score. That could go either way, but I thought Oliver Springs would probably get that. I really do think the Maryville and Cleveland game is one that to me is a shocker that went down tonight. And this game right here with Brainerd and Loudon has not changed in a long time, and they've got Brainerd still up 20-14. So there must be something maybe going on there. So we have to try to figure that out. Carnes got a good running back too. Carnes Inc.'s won out tonight 38-36 over Lenore City, and both of those are future Clinton opponents. As a matter of fact, Lenore City's Clinton's opponent next week for homecoming. Mm-hmm. So we'll see how that. And I'm assuming this record is right. It's got Lenore City at 1-5. So we'll see. Everybody said Lenore City was much improved this year with 1-5 record. I don't see that. So let's see if there's anybody else here that might have been an upset tonight that we might have just heard of and be somebody we'd talk about for a minute or two. Was there a lot of people that traveled tonight with Anderson County to Carter?
Yes.
You have a big crowd? Big crowd, okay. Hey, that's always good. And Anderson County travels pretty well, so that's always good to know you got a big crowd coming with you wherever you play, whether it's at home or away. That's always it's always a plus, man, to have your crowd go with you. I don't see nothing else, so I'm going to stick with Alcoa and Maryville as being the upset of the night. And if Jesse Smithy calls, there's a possibility that he'll call tonight. Usually calls around 11 o'clock. We'll see if he calls tonight. But if Jesse Smithy calls tonight, he's from 5-Star Prep. You ever heard of 5-Star Prep?
Yes,
okay, he's one of the main men at 5-Star Prep. And we'll see what he says tonight, if he thinks the Cleveland-Maryville game was the upset of this Friday night here going on. Hey, let's jump out and we'll take another break here. And we come back, we'll have the brains here tell us a little bit more about Anderson County. We'll be right back here just in a couple minutes.
Football is back, and OAB Law is excited for a season full of big hits. And and those nail-biting near misses. If you've been injured, OEB Law will come to your defense. Call OEB Law and turn your wreck into a check.
1952. That's the year Hammers opened the first store in East Tennessee. Now there are 5 stores, and there's always something new. Like in Hammers' popular ladies' boutique department, you'll find the lowest price possible on new arrivals every week. Find similar deals in the men's department and the expanded rug department. Plus, special purchases always offer surprise savings. You never know what you'll find next at Hammers.
There's a lot of talk about the risks associated with the COVID-19 vaccine, but the reality is, it's safer than being tackled by a Tennessee Titan. Give it a shot. Find a free vaccine appointment today at covid19.tn.gov.
A college degree can't be earned in just one day, but can be achieved by doing our best together, just one day at a time. From getting a great start with your Roan State Success Coach, to learning together in the classroom, accessing free tutoring in the Learning Center, and working one-on-one with your instructors. Together, we succeed, one day at a time. Oh, and free tuition helps. So apply at roanstate.edu now, and let's succeed together.
Pat Ryan here with Kathy May Martin. If you're thinking of buying or selling real estate, then make the right play call and contact Kathy May Martin for all your real estate needs. Kathy's 30-plus years of knowledge and experience gives her clients the competitive edge. You know, like me on game day. Kick is up and it's good. Kathy May Martin for all your real estate needs.
Beautiful yards make a statement. And beautiful yards come from Simplicity Mowers. Their exclusive free-floating mower decks with full-width rollers track the contours of your yard for a perfect cut. So visit your neighborhood Simplicity dealer today and start the conversation about your lawn. Simplicity, the way to a beautiful lawn.
On-site care, now located in Kingston, is accepting new patients. Nurse practitioner Candace Templeton has over 25 years of healthcare experience in offering management of chronic care conditions. On-site care offers free sports physicals for established patients. Plus, on-site care offers hormone replacement therapy with compounded pellets. On-site care accepts most major insurance plans and offers affordable self-pay options as well. Call 865-285-9588 to schedule an appointment at On-Site Care.
You've dreamed about the perfect house, a place to call your own, and a place to not only stretch out, but to grow. Auto Owners protects your house because to you, it's home. That's simple human sense.
Ask Griffin Insurance Agency in Kingston if auto owners make sense for you.
Happy to help, man. I was just over there talking to myself anyway.
Evans Mortuary has been serving the needs of families in and around Roan County since 1976. As established members of our hometown community, we understand the security of dealing with people you know you can trust. We build our reputation on this trust. The Evans family appreciates the confidence the community has expressed in us over the years and will constantly strive to earn that favor. Evans Mortuary, 805 North Gateway.
Football is back, and OEB Law is excited for a season full of big hits and those nail-biting near misses. If you've been injured, OEB Law will come to your defense. Call OEB Law and turn your wreck into a check.
Welcome back to the Free Medical Clinic Friday Night Scoreboard. My special guest tonight is Neelan Bray, and appreciate his dad bringing him down. He's a big AC fan, as I'm assuming you can tell by the AC hat he's got on. So. And he's a big, who's your favorite player again?
Bryson Val.
Bryson Val, wide receiver, AC, right? He's giving me a rundown on Gavin Noe tonight, that he did play a little bit more tonight, played a little bit on the offensive side tonight. And Anderson County takes care of business tonight with Carter. I believe it's 49-22. So congratulations to the man. Me and Neelan were talking about what I thought was an upset, and Neelan agreed with me too. Cleveland beating Maryville tonight is an upset. If Coach T is right, that's how it went down. So 483-8112, give us a call, and we'll try to talk about it if you want to talk about it tonight. If not, here in a little while, me and Neyland will go home. We'll all load up and go home. But it's, football's winding down. We're over the halfway point here now, so we're on the downhill side of this thing. It's going to get down to the nitty-gritty. It looks like Harrison County's going to be probably the 1 seed out of their region. You are, and you know that. And, we'll start shaping up the playoffs. Who's going to be 2, 3, and 4, and I'm not for sure who will be 2, 3, and 4 yet. I think one thing we can say, probably Harrison County for sure is going to be number 1. Clinton's playing for 4th place, or trying to get to play to 4th place, and they've got to win some games. In fact, I think they've got to run the table in order to win this thing. I don't know what they've got left on their schedule. I know North City, Gibbs, and Carnes.
Yeah.
And I'm not sure if they got one more or not.
No, they do not.
They do not. That's it. That runs them down. They have fall break in there, so I think they're 4-3 right now. So that's right. 3 games is all they'll have left. So, uh-oh, here we go. Might have another big caller here. Good caller, you're on the air.
Glad to always do your show. And we don't know who your little sidekick is there, but we're really impressed with him.
Needham Bray, he's my sidekick tonight. We replaced him for Cox. We decided we'd boot Cox on and bring some new talent in.
I think so. I think he's going to be sorry he was out tonight.
We've all agreed here that he's been better than Cox has, so we might just keep him. I feel a little threatened. I feel like someday he could be sitting here and I might be at the house in the recliner watching him. That will be okay with me if that's what he wants to do. But
well, we weren't going to say that, but that's great.
He likes to play sports too much, so he's going to be playing football probably and playing sports. So he probably won't ever want to be back down here again. Unless it's just come to visit just a little bit. But he could be the replacement. He could be the replacement for the next couple of years over Cox. So he's a lot easier to get along with. That's for sure.
He is. He's very polite. He's super intelligent. We're loving it.
He knows. He keeps up with Anderson County. He's a big fan of Anderson County. His dad was up there, so it just falls natural for him. But he's yeah.
He's great. We love him. Thanks for having him.
All right. Well, thank you for calling in. They said thanks for me having you. Thank you for calling in.
All right. Good work.
All right. Thank you. All right. Thank you. You know, they said you're doing a better job than Cox is doing. So you got some fans out here already. They're liking what they're hearing here. You talking about this stuff. So, I don't know. We might have to have you back down here next week and just tell Cox to stay at the house. You just might have to come back. So, yeah, that's your chair now. You might have a full-time job and you just don't know it yet. How old are you anyway?
8.
You're 8? Well, we just have to get your curfew extended a little bit on Friday night here. And you can just take Cox's place. But I'm glad you came down tonight. I'm glad you're here. And let me ask you this question: do you think Harrison County's going to go undefeated in the regular season? They're going to win them all? Think they'll win them all?
Yes.
You do. So you think AC, when it's all said and done, when they put the uniforms up at the end of the regular season to get ready for playoffs, the Mavs will be 10-0. 10-0, no problem. You don't see any problems left on the schedule.
Nothing.
You see nothing.
Gibbs is gonna be easy.
Gibbs is gonna be easy. You sure? Sometimes if you overlook a team, they sneak up on you and get you. You're not afraid of that. You're not afraid of Harrison County having Gibbs sneak up on them and beat them, are you? You're pretty confident.
I feel like our running game's gonna be good and our passing game's gonna be great. And I think since we are at home, we have a home field advantage.
Home field advantage. Well, it does help to play at home. I'll give you that. And they do. Anderson County does have a good passing game. They have a good running game too. So you're right on all aspects of that right there about AC's game plan. They pretty well got a good running game and a good passing game, and I don't know, they're a little weak at wide receiver, aren't they? You think they're weak at wide receiver?
No.
You don't think they are? You don't think they're weak at wide receiver?
No.
You sure? Can't convince you of that? Okay, well, they're pretty good at wide receiver, too. Now, who'd you tell me caught 3 touchdown passes tonight?
Eli Braden.
Eli Braden. All right. Eli Braden, Mr. Braden caught 3 touchdown passes tonight. Were they long passes, short? I mean, was any of them long or?
He had like 1 long pass and 2 shorts.
2 shorts? Okay. So, you know, Anderson County does that. They throw the ball pretty good long distance down the field, don't they?
Yeah.
Yeah. So, I understand that. You know, Clinton's got a pretty good young quarterback too.
Joshua.
Yeah, and then Anderson County's got a good quarterback. Oak Ridge had a new quarterback tonight. Their other quarterback that's played most of the year is hurt, has a hand injury and couldn't play tonight. So I don't really know what the extent of that is. Are you a big Tennessee fan? What'd you think about the game last Saturday with Tennessee and Florida? How'd you feel about that? Tennessee got lucky to win that game.
I feel like on the onside kick that they did, I feel like they thought they were going for a regular kick because they just started blocking.
So you think Florida snuck one in on them and got that onside kick in there and snuck one on them? Well, here's what I think, yeah. I think Tennessee played not to lose, and when you do that, sometimes you lose. And Tennessee probably deserved to lose last Saturday because that's the way they played. I wish they'd just keep the throttle on and let's go, baby. That's just, you know, if you score 2 more touchdowns. Because what Tennessee was doing, Tennessee would score and then go up by 14 or something like that. And Florida had to get the ball back a couple times back to back in order. I don't think Tennessee would have ever failed to not score and keep the game at 14 points. And you know they got to fooling around. They about let Florida creep back in the game, and with a little bit of time left on the clock, Florida might have won that ball game.
But they had that interception when the lineman got to the arm of him.
Yeah, you're right. You're right. All right, I know we're talking football, and we've talked a little Tennessee football, but let's talk about something else. I know this is dear to your heart, and I know you keep up with it too, because I keep up with it a little bit too. Kyle Busch. Man, what do you think about him going to Richard Childress Racing?
I mean, he's going somewhere else. His crew chief was the worst, I think. It's the only fault. It's not his fault.
You going with him? You going to RCR with him? You going to Richard Childress Racing? You know what his number's going to be yet? You heard what his number's going to be?
No.
Now, I don't think nobody knows. Everybody thinks maybe it'll be 8 or 20. Let's see, 8 or 29 or 31. I think they said. So
I like 8.
You like 8 better? All right, put your headphone in there. Let's see who this is. Go ahead, caller. You're on the air.
Hey, David. Good evening to you, man. You got a big guest on hand tonight, looks like.
I got the man that knows all about Anderson County, man. He's a huge Anderson County Maverick fan. He wanted to come down and talk about the Mavs tonight, and I said, bring him on. Listen, this is the new Cox right here. He's replacing Jonathan Cox, and he's doing a great job.
He's doing just about as good a job there. I mean,
good job.
If he's a Maverick fan, I guess.
Nah, you can't hold it against him if he's a Maverick fan.
I watched that Clinton game last night, David, and I don't know what happened to them there. They got caught with their pants down right off the bat. They returned that kickoff back all the way there, and I don't think the guy was ever touched there. And then Clinton turns around, they get themselves back in the ball game, even though Campbell County there was. It looked like they were just having their way with Clinton there. The defensive backs looked like Tennessee back there. They were giving a ton of cushion to the wideouts and still getting beat deep for some reason. I've not figured that out yet. They got caught out there on a quarterback lateral to that kid that had the long hair for Campbell County. He threw a left-handed pass out there to a wideout that was 8 yards behind the DB there for a score there. And I don't know, they just couldn't seem to stop Campbell County. And even though Clinton moved the ball well all night, they were running the ball good there, had 2 costly turnovers down there on the Campbell County side of the field there, just not securing the ball there. I think when you get close to that contact there with several players, I'd like to see them wrap that ball up with two hands, but they lost a couple of fumbles. And between that and just, I don't know how long it's been since Clinton High School has had somebody that could kick an extra point.
Well, you're right about that. I think the bottom line is last night at halftime, Clinton went in the dressing room and made no halftime adjustments for the second half.
I didn't see any.
Defensively. I'm not saying offensively. I'm saying defensively. The defensive side of the football last night let Clinton down, and there was no adjustments made. And I've had several people tell me that today and ask me what I thought about that. And, you know, after recalling the game last night and playing it back a little bit in my mind there, they're right. There was no adjustments made at halftime, and you're right. The DBs for Clinton last night, they struggled. They really did. They struggled. I don't know if it was just the call from the defensive side of the football that was causing them to get beat, some of them like that, or what it was. But if we, you know.
Between that, David, it seemed to me like that, I don't know, that between the way they was throwing the ball around everywhere and then that quarterback that was in quarterback draws there, he was getting 8 or 10 yards a pop right up the middle there on a quarterback draw.
Yeah, like I said, you know, the young man for Campbell County last night threw for 300-plus yards and ran for, I think, over 100 yards rushing himself. So, you know, Clinton defensively last night struggled big time, and, you know, I don't know, maybe they should have made some personnel changes, tried somebody else. I don't know what the exact problem was defensively last night, but I don't really know. I don't even know what if we had seniors back there last night. If not, you know, maybe I don't know. The question last night is
it was a great game to watch. I didn't realize what a nice facility they've got up there on that football field at Campbell County, but watching it on my BLT, that's a nice looking football field.
Yeah, you know, just about it. Just about everybody around here now's got turf, but you know, Campbell County's got turf too, and it sets up on a hill. It sets up on a hill up there, and it's a really good place to go watch a football game. It's sort of like Anderson County because all the bleachers are on one side, and it's a good place to see a football game, and they've really got a nice field up there too.
Oh, absolutely. I chose to stay home and watch it on TV because to me, every time I've been up on that hill, whether it be the Clinton High School baseball game or football, it's always windy and cold, it seems to me like.
Yeah, it looked like it was cold up there last night too.
Oh, absolutely there, but I don't know what that does for the Dragons as far as making the playoffs in their region or not there. I'm assuming there if they take care of business, they may have a chance to get in as a 3 or 4 seed.
Yeah, 4 seeds. Right now they're on the outside looking in. They'll probably have to run the table in order to have the 4 seed. If not, they'll be on the outside looking in.
Absolutely there. It was kind of a heartbreaker for them there, but I don't know. Maybe they'll get some stuff shored up. They've got a former Tennessee linebacker that's a defensive coordinator for them. There's Xavier Mitchell there, and hopefully he'll get some stuff took care of. But I'll talk a little bit about Tennessee football there. They just, I don't know, they reverted back to, and not to be negative toward Johnny Majors. I love Johnny Majors and John Ward as much as anybody for Tennessee there, but it seemed like that Heupel wanted to play a little Johnny Majors ball there and just run it up the middle there in that last quarter and try to run that clock out there instead of keeping his foot on the gas there. And there was a good chance if they'd have been a little bit more time on that clock, they would have gotten beat.
That's what I said, and that's what me and Nealon was talking about here just a minute ago. Let's keep going. Let's run the ball. Let's keep on playing. Don't quit playing. You know, Mike, what that old saying is, don't you? When you try not to lose a football game, sometimes you lose a football game.
Oh, absolutely. They're playing not to. They can't play that way. Tennessee cannot play that way. It's never worked out good for them there.
That's what I started to say. How many times has Tennessee played that way over the last 20 years, and how many ball games has Tennessee lost from playing that way?
A bunch.
A bunch. Exactly right, and it's probably more than 10 at least. Probably.
Absolutely.
It's probably more than 10.
No doubt there. They even, of course, they got the week off this week, and then they're headed down to Death Valley there at LSU. I'm glad that they made that a 12 o'clock game because LSU, for some reason, don't get beat at night down there at Death Valley.
Yeah, and they said the people at LSU was really upset that it's a day game like it is instead of being at night, so it's a little bit more ruckus. But, you know, Tennessee could very well go and win the next 2 out of 3. They could win 3 out of 3. I don't think they'll beat Alabama. But they could, or in 3 weeks, we could talk about Tennessee being in the top 10 to being out of the top 25 completely. They could lose 3 straight games because Tennessee's, this next 3 games is really going to be tough for Tennessee with LSU, Kentucky, and Alabama. That's a pretty good haul with Georgia still on the schedule on down the road.
Oh, yeah, they've got a tough road to hoe there for sure there because that, to be honest with you, that Florida team was not that good there, even though we tend to make them mobile quarterbacks look like Heisman Trophy winners there. Seem like we always have been.
Yeah, you're right, Mike. I agree with you 100%. You know, they just, like I said, they got lucky last Saturday, and they're going to need to play better than that to win. If they win 1 game or if they win no games, they're going to have to play better than what they played last Saturday.
Absolutely. Keep your foot on the gas, Heibel. Quit letting off there and running that ball up the middle there. That gum there. But I will give the Florida player a little bit of credit there on that onside kick there. He snagged that out of the air. I just thought there, I didn't realize that. Maybe I learned a little bit of something about college football. You're not able to advance an onside kick, even if you do snag it out of the air, it's dead right there at the spot of where you get the ball at. And of course, he didn't advance it that far, but I almost thought that he was going to be gone with that there. And I was like everybody else. I was ready to fall in the floor and start screaming.
I heard that, buddy.
All right, David, I appreciate talking to you and Nealon there. I will say one other thing there to get off football a little bit, if I'm able to do that there. I thought you had a great interview this morning there with the director of Clinton City Schools, Miss Kelly Johnson. I think she's done an outstanding job there, and you're doing a good job, too, there. I can't remember what the answer was there. If you, and I don't know who you're running against on the Clinton City Council board, but if you win that, will you have to give up your seat on the school board?
Yes, I will.
Okay. Who are you running against?
Vicky Violet.
Okay, then. All right, then. You and Nealon have a good evening there, and maybe the Dragons will get it back together next week. And what do you think about Tennessee and LSU there, Nealon?
What do you think?
I feel like they can beat them.
He feels like Tennessee can beat him.
I think they can too there because they're playing in the daytime there. So we'll tune in and watch them there. And Nealon, you and David have a good evening, guys.
All right, thanks, Mike.
All right, see you, buddy.
All right. Quick caller, you on the air?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was waiting to talk to that guy.
Here. You're talking to him.
Huh?
You're talking to him.
Oh, I am?
Yeah, you're talking to me. Go ahead.
Okay, who is the football coach for Oliver Springs?
Man, he is a new guy this year.
Ain't it Tyler Harper?
That could be, ma'am, you could be right. I cannot remember his name for nothing in the world. But
okay.
you could
well,
be
my
right.
grandson played for Oliver Springs.
Uh-huh.
I said my grandson, when he was alive, he graduated from Oliver Springs High School in 2004.
Uh-huh.
And we lost him in 2020. He died a day before his birthday, for his 36th birthday.
All right. Hate to hear that.
I tell you, and I thought maybe, I was trying to get him to recognize him and his buddy, Doug Call. Both of them boys died with that COVID.
Uh-huh.
And I wanted them to kind of recognize them kids, but I never did get nobody to, do nothing. But he sure loved his football, and we sure miss him, I'll tell you.
I understand that. I'll try to find out who the coach is and see if
I'm pretty
is
sure
it Tyler.
they said it was Tyler Hopper.
That's who they're saying in the back it is, and I'll see if we
He's
can.
a good coach because when he coached the middle school team, he took them to the championship.
Oh, okay. We'll see if we can't maybe I can get a hold of the Oliver Springs mayor, and I'll see if I can get him maybe to say something and see if we can't get that, maybe make that happen for you. I can't promise you.
I wish they would, because I mean.
I can't promise you nothing, but I'll. We can't. You know, to be told two things if you ask.
You know, his mother, I know, would appreciate it too, and.
Okay.
And but, you know, there's no. You know, you don't know how much you miss them until they're gone.
That's exactly right. Sometimes it's too late to tell them how much you miss them because they are gone. You don't know that till they're gone. I understand fully.
He was a good boy, I tell you.
Okay. I didn't know him, but if you say he was, he was. That's good enough for me.
He was.
Okay.
I mean, he loved he coached, Frank Johnson coached him. Him and,
yeah, I remember Frank Johnson.
There were 3 of them Morgan boys that played football up there for Oliver Springs, and they called them the Morgan Trio.
All right.
I don't know if you remember that or not.
No, I remember Frank Johnson coaching, but I don't remember what you just said. But I'll see what I can find out about that. Maybe if we can see if we can get something done on that.
I wish they would before football season, because he'll be gone 2 years this coming December, and there's never a day that goes by that I don't think about him. And I got pictures of him up on my mantle, and somebody said I need to take my pictures down, but I can't do it.
Keep your pictures up there. Do what you want to do, okay?
I am.
Do what you want to do.
Okay, honey, and nice talking to you.
All right, nice talking to you. Thank you.
Okay, honey.
All right,
Thank
bye-bye.
you.
Quick caller, you're on the air.
Hey, I just wanted to call it. Shout out my boy Nealon for coming to the game tonight, supporting the Mavs.
What'd you say something? You want to shout out to Nealon on what now?
I wanted to shout out to Nealon for coming to Carter to support the Mavs.
He's a big Mavs fan, man.
Oh yeah, I know.
Who is that?
Bryson Val.
You think it's Bryson Val on the phone?
I know it is.
You know it's Bryson Val on the phone? Man, you're his hey, is this Bryson Val?
Yes, sir.
Favorite player. He
yeah,
says
you're. He's one. Besides my mom and dad, he's one of my favorite fans.
Yeah, I heard that. Don't leave mom and dad out. Whatever you do, don't get in no trouble. Yeah, that's the first thing he told me tonight. You're one of his favorite players. So, yeah, man, I appreciate you calling in. You probably have made his night here tonight.
Oh, yeah, he makes my night every night after the game. Me and him meet and talk for a good 10, 15 minutes and take a picture after every game. He's there supporting all the time.
All right, Tim. Well, I appreciate you calling in tonight, man. You made a young man's night tonight, and you stand-up guy. Thanks for doing that.
Yes, sir. No problem. Thank you.
All right, thank you. Nealon, I just got a text, and I was told to ask you a question.
Okay.
About the number that you had shaved in his haircut. What number you got shaved in there?
14.
14? Is that his number? So you got your number shaved in his head. You really are. You're a diehard, ain't you? When it comes to that. Man, now listen, that's going out there to get your number shaved in his head. 14. Does he know that? Oh, he knows that. Oh, okay. So he knows you got your number shaved in your head for him. All right? All right. Now, so, see, I think I've asked you about everything everybody's wanted me to ask you tonight. I've asked you that, and you've showed me the 14 in your head there. So, that's pretty neat right there, man. So, I like that. What else you want to talk about? You done told me you think that, wait a minute, let's see here. Take that hat off again and turn your head and show it towards the camera right there. Let's see if they can see it. I don't know if y'all can see it. I can see it plain as daylight, 14. And that's his favorite player at Anderson County. That is his number that he's got shaved in the head. All right, good job, man. Thanks, appreciate that. So, Nealon's done a really good job tonight. I appreciate him coming down and being with me here tonight and talking a little bit about AC. And we not just talked about AC, we've talked about everybody tonight. We talked a little bit about Tennessee, and he thinks Tennessee's going to win next Saturday against LSU. So we'll see. We'll see what Cox says next week when he gets back, and we'll throw Nealon's pick in there too with it. So we'll see what happens. Man, I appreciate you coming down tonight and sitting here with me and talking football. You got anything else you want to say? Anything else? Have you had a good time?
Yes.
All right, let's see. Hold on. Don't get gone just yet. Let's get that earpiece back in, and we'll see who else is calling here. There might be somebody else wanting to ask you a question. They've asked you more questions tonight than have me. Here we go. Let's see who this is. Quick caller, you're on the air.
All right, my question is for Nealon. Is he ready?
He's ready. You ready? This question's for you.
All right, so Anderson County has Gibbs, Bearden, and Scott County left. Is there any one of those three going to upset them?
Ain't none of them going to upset them, are they?
No.
Now, he's done said, you missed it, he's done said Anderson County's 10-0.
Oh, okay. Well, what's he think about when they do the rematch with Elizabeth? How's he think that's going to go?
Well, Elizabeth and Anderson County, if there's a rematch, who you think will win?
Anderson County.
They'll win.
I like it.
Overtime again, or you just think Anderson County will blow them out?
They just have to have a better defense. That's all they need to have.
Just a little bit better defense. Nealon said they just need to get a little bit better defense. So
I can agree with that. Yeah, that's a good analogy. What about if they play Greenville in the third round?
What do you think if Anderson County plays Greenville? What do you think's going to happen?
Close game, OT.
Close game, OT. Who wins?
Anderson County.
Close game, overtime. Anderson County wins against Greenville in the playoffs if it happens.
I think obviously this kid is a 30-plus ACT waiting to happen.
Well, man, he's a big AC fan because he got number 14 carved in his head here. So
I saw him and Bryson getting the picture made, and I'm going to get one of those pictures and have them both autograph it. That was awesome.
Yeah, he's got his number tattooed in his head. He cut out in his head here. So he's a big Bryson fan. And Bryson called in just a while ago, and that's a good young man right there to have a young fan like he's got right here that's looking up to him to call in and ask him a couple questions. My hat's off to the young man for calling in, knowing Nealon's a big fan of his. So, but Nealon's done a great job tonight here, man. Hey, listen, maybe he's what Anderson County's been needing to get over that hump.
Absolutely. Absolutely. All right. Well, you know, before I jump off here, I'm going to say I think Adeline is also an Anderson County fan.
Ouch. Yeah, she might be. I don't know. See. Go ahead, caller.
Yeah, I was just going to ask Nealon, who's his favorite Major League Baseball team?
Major League Baseball team.
The Atlanta Braves.
Atlanta Braves.
All right.
Thank you. All right. Okay, Nealon, buddy, you've done a fabulous job tonight. So I appreciate you being on, and I'll let you. We're about the 11:30 hour here, and so your mom and dad don't kill me for keeping you out all night. We'll take. Hey, you ready to take a? Well, man, hold on. We'll just stay here. We'll take a break after this. Stay right here with me. Go ahead, caller. You're on the air.
Hey, I saw on that baseball, Little wants to know, what about Boston?
Boxing?
No, Boston Red Sox.
Boston. Oh, what about the Boston Red Sox? He said. I said boxing at first. You like the Boston Red Sox?
Yeah.
You like him too, but you like the Braves better, right? Yeah. All right, Ted.
Well, tell him Little was asking.
Little was asking. You gonna play basketball someday for Jeff Little at the elementary school? You gonna play for him next year? Okay. All right, then tell Jeff Little he's playing basketball for him next year, he said.
Hey, what's up, man?
What's up? Talk to him there, man.
How are you, Nealon?
Good.
man, I tell you what would look better on that set. You do way better than Jonathan, but I need to get you a Clinton Dragon hat.
No. Not happening.
Said it's not happening, buddy. You're not getting him in no dragon gear, he said. Listen, he's got his favorite player shaved out the side of his hand.
I've seen that. That's why I had to call in. That is awesome.
Yeah, he's got it shaved out the side of his hand, so, yeah, he's, I think they've already had him drink the juice up there in Anderson County. You can't get it out of him, okay? He's already drunk the juice.
It happens. He can't help it. I guess it's come from his daddy. I think his daddy poured it on him.
Yeah, his daddy probably did pour it on him, but yeah, he's drunk the juice up there, and he's done it hook, line, sinker, and all. It's done too deep in him now, so you're not gonna change him now, Jeff.
Well, tell little Ronald Acuna he's doing good tonight.
I'll tell him, man. He heard you. He's listening with me.
Hey, see you, Neil.
See ya.
All right.
See you, David.
All right, see you, bud. Man, they giving you a hard time, ain't they? Said you need to get some Clinton gear on. I know that's not happening, is it?
Never.
Oh, you better tell you.
Oh, yeah. Where'd my mic go?
Where'd your mic go? Did you lose it?
I don't know where it could have went.
All right, let's take a break. We'll be right back.
You call your agent with a simple question, only to get sent to voicemail again. We pick up the phone. I should get this. Hello, this is Sam. How can I help you? Like I said, we pick up the phone because it's ringing. That's simple human sense.
Ask Griffin Insurance Agency in Kingston if auto owners make sense for you.
Hello, this is Sam.
Evans Mortuary has been serving the needs of families in and around Roane County since 1976. As established members of our hometown community, we understand the security of dealing with people you know you can trust. We built our reputation on this trust. The Evans family appreciates the confidence the community has expressed in us over the years and will constantly strive to earn that favor. Evans Mortuary, 805 North Gateway.
Make this spring all about enjoying the experience. When you ride on your new Ferris commercial mower featuring patented suspension technology, you'll have more than freshly manicured grass. You'll experience productivity and comfort like never before. And because you won't be slowing down for those rough spots, you'll mow more lawn in less time. Ferris, experience suspension.
Your local Ferris dealer is S.L. Bowman & Son, 524 North Front Street in Rockwood. Call 865-354-0600.
Pat Ryan here with Kathy Mae Martin. If you're thinking of buying or selling real estate, then make the right play call and contact Kathy Mae Martin for all your real estate needs. Kathy's 30-plus years of knowledge and experience gives her clients the competitive edge. You know, like me on game day. Kick is up and it's good. Kathy Mae Martin for all your real estate needs.
1952. That's the year Hammers opened the first store in East Tennessee. Now there are 5 stores and there's always something new. Like in Hammers' popular ladies boutique department, you'll find the lowest price possible on new arrivals every week. Find similar deals in the men's department and the expanded rug department. Plus, special purchases always offer surprise savings. You never know what you'll find next at Hammers.
On-Site Care, now located in Kingston, is accepting new patients. Nurse practitioner Candace Templeton has over 25 years of healthcare experience in offering management of chronic care conditions. On-Site Care offers free sports physicals for established patients. Plus, On-Site Care offers hormone replacement therapy with compounded pellets. On-Site Care accepts most major insurance plans and offers affordable self-pay options as well. Call 865-285-9588 to schedule an appointment at On-Site Care.
A college degree can't be earned in just one day, but can be achieved by doing our best together, just one day at a time. From getting a great start with your Roan State Success Coach to learning together in the classroom, accessing free tutoring in the Learning Center, and working one-on-one with your instructors. Together, we succeed, one day at a time. Oh, and free tuition helps. So apply at roanstate.edu now, and let's succeed together.
Welcome back to the free medical clinic Friday night scoreboard, and I really appreciate Neelan Bray coming down tonight. Young man's just 8 years old. He'd wanted to come down on the show, and Cox was gone tonight, and I thought, what a better chance to get him to come down. He's a huge Anderson County fan, as you could tell. He's got a favorite player, and his favorite player called in tonight. And I tip my hat to that young man at Anderson County for calling and talking to Neelan tonight. And I think he realizes he's got a young fan that's really watching him. And he called in and talked to Neelan tonight, and that's just a stand-up young man up Anderson County for doing that, because he does have young eyes on him right now that's really watching him. And so he's, when you go far enough to put his number in the side of your head, you're his number one. And I think the young man from Anderson County knows that. So I really think I appreciate the way he's responded to Neelan and has the relationship that he has with him, because these young kids do look up to high school players too, and this is a young man that's being looked up to somebody. This young man's looking up to somebody in Anderson County right now. So my hat's off to the player in Anderson County for calling tonight. Then Richie Noe called in and talked to Neelan and got the rundown, and Neelan might be right. He says Anderson County's got to tighten their defense up a little bit to get Elizabeth the next time. He said the Greenville game is close and it's in overtime, and he says it's Anderson County. We'll see. Maybe he's right. Maybe he's the lucky charm that AC needs. I'm telling you, if that's the case, he'd be on the bus with me next week, wherever I had to go play. He'd be on the bus with me all the way to the state championship game in Chattanooga. If that does come out after he's made a prediction tonight, he'd be sitting on the front row with somebody. I don't know who, but he'd be sitting on the front row tonight. So, but we talked a little bit about Tennessee. He thinks next week that Tennessee will beat LSU. He thinks he'll take care of business there, and we'll see. But Tennessee's off tomorrow, so there's not. Usually you don't lose to your open opponent. You usually win that game pretty easy. But so it's been an. I hadn't asked Brad this question. He's been in here, but he just now come back in. Brad, was you surprised tonight seeing Cleveland beat Maryville? Can you tell me, and I'm trying to remember, when's the last,
2000.
Okay, answer the question. The last time that Maryville's lost somebody besides Alcor or?
Lost a region game was in 2000.
In 2000, that's the last time somebody else beat them. It's in 2000. And I thought that might be a misprint on Coach T when I looked at it. I thought that's not right. That can't be right, but it's apparently right. So, but some big games tonight. Who y'all got next week? You got Clinton, right? Homecoming. North City, and they got pounced tonight. Carnes got them pretty good tonight. So I thought everybody said North City had improved a lot, but they were 1-5 going into tonight. So I don't think that's a game Clinton's got to win. I mean, Clinton's got to run the table here. Surely they got themselves in the bad predicament. There it is, folks. The OEB game of the night the game of tonight was Powell and Oak Ridge, and there'll be a rerun sometime coming up. Maybe right after this show here. Right after it, he said. So the game next week is the North City and Clinton. It's homecoming at Clinton. So it's OEB. Yeah, you're catching homecomings, aren't you? Got the last three. So we appreciate all the folks that's called in. It's like no callers, and then all at once, bang, 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 bang. The lines were just going crazy. But before we check out of here or get out of here tonight, if anybody's got a call, they want to call in, right? I'm not going anywhere for just a few minutes anyway. If you've got something you want to call and talk about, if you want to talk about Tennessee, I'll talk about it. The game last week, there's nothing to talk about this week coming up. There will be next week, and me and Cox will talk about Tennessee LSU. Luckily, Tennessee's got that game. That's 11 o'clock kickoff. I think advantage Tennessee just for the kickoff, just to be playing down there and not have to play at night when that place is really hard to win at nighttime down at LSU. That's a hard venue. You been down there at night down there? Is it Ruckus? And you won? What year was that?
As when Johnny Majors came back after his heart attack.
Yep.
First game back was that game.
First game back right after he had his heart attack. 120. It's a hard place to win, though. Real hard place to win. So, Tennessee's got 3 games coming up. You very well could be saying Tennessee's 0-3 after the next 3 weeks. You could say they're 1-2. You could say they're 2-1. I don't think we can say they'll be 3-0 because one of those teams is Alabama. And I just don't think Tennessee's got enough.
7-1 at the end of the month would be nice.
7-1?
At the end of October.
At the end of October, 7-1? I'd take 7-1.
I would too.
Wouldn't you? You'd take 7-1. Yeah, you'd take 7-2. Yeah, I would too. Did you watch the pro game last night between? Did you see the Mike? Did you see that? Have you seen the replays of the injury to Tua?
I have.
You hadn't?
I have.
You have? Man, that was brutal. That was. I guess the only way to really say it. That's really scary. I've never. We've watched a lot of football games and done a lot of football games around here, but I know the pros are a little bit different. But I don't know that I've ever seen that happen. If it's happened to somebody, I didn't realize it. I've never seen that injury like that affect somebody like that. That was just about as scary as the leg injury tonight that y'all had. Yeah, I seen that leg injury too, and it was. You could tell immediately that was bad. So, but anyway, Tua got. I don't know about the pros on the concussion protocols. I thought the week before he had a concussion, and he should.
They will probably be fined heavily.
I would hope. They should be. And some of the former players today that I was listening to, whether it was ESPN or over on the NFL Network, they were calling for somebody to be fired. I don't know that. I guess firing sends a message, but I don't think. That's a good question. That's a real good question. Or did he fire both of them? I don't know that Tua should have played last night. I don't think they should have played him. I think because he told them he's good, and somebody decided that he was good enough to go when he wasn't good enough to go.
There was an outside doctor that cleared it. Wasn't the team doctor.
And that's the protocols, I think. You're supposed to get by a third party, outside party, not affiliated with a team that the NFL has got to come in that's done that. Well, maybe that's the person that needs to get fired. That person might ought to get fired because they said all the signs Sunday in the Sunday game when he busted his head, when he got up and shook his head, then when he stood up and took 2 or 3 steps and lost his balance or equilibrium and he fell, that's automatic signs of a concussion. That's automatic. That's something they talk about. Those are automatic. He should have never been allowed to come back in the game after those signs were given. And those signs from Sunday led to what happened last night. For it to have what happened last night, I've never seen the fingers on his hands do what happened to him last night with a concussion like that. That was, not only was that freaky, but that was scary, man. That was scary. That was really scary.
He may be out for a while.
Yeah, I would think he's going to have to sit for a while. And then they're talking about they let him watch something. They let him watch something on the airplane last night, coming back in the dark. That's supposed to be a no-no, too. That's something that they don't want you doing, watching bright stuff in a dark room or something. They don't want that happening neither. I mean, so anyway. Folks, we appreciate the ones that have called tonight. We appreciate all of our sponsors. Man, there's a ton of sponsors that keep this ship rolling down here. The Free Medical Clinic, Friday Night Scoreboard. We appreciate those folks really big time for doing what they do. All of the sponsors that sponsor Brad, and there's too many. If I named them all, I'd leave somebody out and then somebody'd be on him in the morning. because I left somebody out, so I'm not that smart to tell all the sponsors, so I'm not going to say that. I just say listen to the replay, and you'll see all the sponsors. And as Brad says all the time, if you're out there, tell them you appreciate them sponsoring us. And if it's a business that you can buy something at, buy something. That's even better, as he says. So go out and go into a business and buy something. Tell them for sure you appreciate them sponsoring high school football, and you appreciate them sponsoring here on Channel 12. Brad brings something to people that not a lot of people do. There's a lot of grandparents that get to see grandsons, granddaughters, and people in the bands. We cover the bands. We do the cheerleaders. We do the football teams. Everything is done here on Friday nights to promote high school football. And we don't talk usually college football till the last part of the show, because our show here is dedicated to high school football too. So if you see a sponsor scroll along on the Friday Night Scoreboard or the OEB Game of the Week, please tell those people you appreciate them sponsoring us. And if you know somebody that's interested in sponsoring, give Brad Jones a call here at 483-8112. He would appreciate that too, because he's a small man here with a big business, and it takes sponsors to keep the lights. It keeps sponsors here to keep the lights on, man. So get out and support your local high schools next week. Get out. If you're not, watch the Game of the Week. Clinton and Anderson County, I wish. Clinton and North City. And we'll be back here next Friday night on the free medical clinic Friday Night Scoreboard. And we'll see you next Friday.
We should never lose sight of our health. To keep moving forward, let's not forget everything we've learned. Limit the salty food options. Make your own daily exercise routine. And always receive regular checkups. More than anything, we have learned how important these small steps can make a big difference, so we can all continue to move forward together.
I am a Simplicity dealer. This business is my life, my career. If you need a new mower, I'll help you choose the model that will make your property look its very best, and even let you take a test drive. When it does need service, you can rely on my factory service training and genuine parts. Because I don't just sell products, I build relationships. I am a Simplicity dealer.
SL Bowman & Sons, 524 North Front Street in Rockwood.
Your grandmother's fine china, those trendy sneakers, your collection of hand-carved duck decoys. Auto Owners protects your home. Because, well, somebody should. That's simple human sense.
Ask Griffin Insurance Agency in Kingston if auto owners make sense for you.
Oh, now you do your job.
On-site care, now located in Kingston, is accepting new patients. Nurse practitioner Candace Templeton has over 25 years of healthcare experience in offering management of chronic care conditions. On-site care offers free sports physicals for established patients. Plus, on-site care offers hormone replacement therapy with compounded pellets. On-site care accepts most major insurance plans and offers affordable self-pay options as well. Call 865-285-9588 to schedule an appointment at On-Site Care.
A college degree can't be earned in just one day, but can be achieved by doing our best together, just one day at a time. From getting a great start with your Roan State Success Coach, to learning together in the classroom, accessing free tutoring in the Learning Center, and working one-on-one with your instructors. Together, we succeed, one day at a time. Oh, and free tuition helps. So apply at roanstate.edu now, and let's succeed together.
Pat Ryan here with Kathy May Martin. If you're thinking of buying or selling real estate, then make the right play call and contact Kathy May Martin for all your real estate needs. Kathy's 30-plus years of knowledge and experience gives her clients the competitive edge. You know, like me on game day. Kick is up and it's good. Kathy May Martin for all your real estate needs.
Evans Mortuary has been serving the needs of families in and around Roane County since 1976. As established members of our hometown community, we understand the security of dealing with people you know you can trust. We build our reputation on this trust. The Evans family appreciates the confidence the community has expressed in us over the years and will constantly strive to earn that favor. Evans Mortuary, 805 North Gateway.
Football is back, and OEB Law is excited for a season full of big hits, perfect plays, and those nail-biting near misses. If you've been injured, OEB Law will come to your defense and tackle any obstacles blocking you from scoring the full and fair settlement. Call OEB Law, 865-546-1111, and turn your wreck into a check.
1952. That's the year Hammers opened the first store in East Tennessee. Now there are 5 stores, and there's always something new. Like in Hammers' popular ladies' boutique department, you'll find the lowest price possible on new arrivals every week. Find similar deals in the men's department and the expanded rug department. Plus, special purchases always offer surprise savings. You never know what you'll find next at Hammers.
Football is back, and OEB Law is excited for a season full of big hits and those nail-biting near misses. If you've been injured, OEB Law will come to your defense. Call OEB Law and turn your wreck into a check.
1952. That's the year Hammers opened the first store in East Tennessee. Now there are 5 stores, and there's always something new. Like in Hammers' popular ladies' boutique department, you'll find the lowest price possible on new arrivals every week. Find similar deals in the men's department and the expanded rug department. Plus, special purchases always offer surprise savings. You never know what you'll find next at Hammers.
There's a lot of talk about the risks associated with the COVID-19 vaccine, but the reality is, it's safer than being tackled by a Tennessee Titan. Give it a shot. Find a free vaccine appointment today at covid19.tn.gov.
A college degree can't be earned in just one day, but can be achieved by doing our best together, just one day at a time. From getting a great start with your Roan State Success Coach, to learning together in the classroom, accessing free tutoring in the Learning Center, and working one-on-one with your instructors. Together, we succeed, one day at a time. Oh, and free tuition helps. So apply at roanstate.edu now, and let's succeed together.
Pat Ryan here with Kathy May Martin. If you're thinking of buying or selling real estate, then make the right play call and contact Kathy May Martin for all your real estate needs. Kathy's 30-plus years of knowledge and experience gives her clients the competitive edge. You know, like me on game day. Kick is up and it's good. Kathy May Martin for all your real estate needs.
Beautiful yards make a statement. And beautiful yards come from Simplicity Mowers. Their exclusive free-floating mower decks with full-width rollers track the contours of your yard for a perfect cut. So visit your neighborhood Simplicity dealer today and start the conversation about your lawn. Simplicity, the way to a beautiful lawn.
On-site care, now located in Kingston, is accepting new patients. Nurse practitioner Candace Templeton has over 25 years of healthcare experience in offering management of chronic care conditions. On-site care offers free sports physicals for established patients. Plus, on-site care offers hormone replacement therapy with compounded pellets. On-site care accepts most major insurance plans and offers affordable self-pay options as well. Call 865-285-9588 to schedule an appointment at On-Site Care.
You've dreamed about the perfect house, a place to call your own, and a place to not only stretch out, but to grow. Auto Owners protects your house because to you, it's home. That's simple human sense.
Ask Griffin Insurance Agency in Kingston if auto owners make sense for you.
Happy to help, man. I was just over there talking to myself anyway.
Evans Mortuary has been serving the needs of families in and around Roan County since 1976. As established members of our hometown community, we understand the security of dealing with people you know you can trust. We build our reputation on this trust. The Evans family appreciates the confidence the community has expressed in us over the years and will constantly strive to earn that favor. Evans Mortuary, 805 North Gateway.
Football is back, and OAB Law is excited for a season full of big hits and those nail-biting near misses. If you've been injured, OAB Law will come to your defense. Call OAB Law and turn your wreck into a check.
You call your agent with a simple question, only to get sent to voicemail again. We pick up the phone. Did you get this? Hello, this is Sam. How can I help you? Like I said, we pick up the phone because it's ringing. That's simple human sense.
Ask Griffin Insurance Agency in Kingston if auto owners make sense for you.
Hello, this is Sam.
Evans Mortuary has been serving the needs of families in and around Roane County since 1976. As established members of our hometown community, we understand the security of dealing.
Leaders here at ORUD warming up for tonight's big game. We are Oak Ridge. We are Oak Ridge. We are Oak Ridge. We are Oak Ridge.
ORUD has exciting new appliance incentives to offer your family. Buy appliances and get rewarded. It's as simple as that. Learn more about how much you can save at ORUD.org.
You can save over $1,000 on your annual utility bills when you make the switch to natural gas for heating, cooking, and clothes drying.
ORUD is your one-stop shop. We sell and install gas appliances for our customers and make it easy to add to your bill with our 0% interest financing.
You can make the game-winning play by switching to natural gas this football season. ORUD is your affordable energy choice. Let's go! Let's go! Let's go, Big Red! Go, Fred!
What we've got for you tonight, it's Powell hosting Oak Ridge on the OEB Law Game of the Week. Day or night, 24/7. Someone will be there to answer and give you a free consultation and get to work on your case immediately. Call 865-546-1111 or visit the website full of helpful information. WreckIntoACheck.com. That's OEB Law. I'm Aaron Harvey, joined by our broadcast's better half, once again, Coach James Hoot Gibson, and welcome into our Elaine Walden of East Tennessee Properties pregame show. This game tonight may have a different feel to it than the previous three. Oak Ridge is a new coach in Scott Cummings, and Powell is starting a quarterback who looks slightly different than previous years because of an injury sustained in Week 1. Regardless, these programs are heavy hitters, with both programs undefeated in the region and a chance to sit alone atop the standings on the line tonight. Doesn't get much better than that, does it?
Absolutely not, as BBB TV Channel 12 is bringing you yet again one of the best games in our areas.
We absolutely are. It should be a great game tonight. We're really looking forward to it. So we'll have more about this game. We'll talk about what's going on in the area and more when we get back to our Elaine Walden of East Tennessee Properties pregame show on the OEB Law Game of the Week.
Football is back, and OAB Law is excited for a season full of big hits and those nail-biting near misses. If you've been injured, OAB Law will come to your defense. Call
Turn your red into a jet.
The Harriman Utility Board works hard to ensure reliable electric power is delivered to our service area. Recurring tree trimming and maintenance is essential to preventing unplanned outages caused by falling trees. HUB crews are constantly at work during the peak growing season and respond rapidly to storm damage. As partners in our community, we urge customers to be aware of the importance of electric line right-of-way management. Find out more about current right-of-way policies at our website, hub-tn.com.
Your grandmother's fine china, those trendy sneakers, your collection of hand-carved duck decoys. Auto Owners protects your home. Because, well, somebody should. That's simple human sense.
Ask Griffin Insurance Agency in Kingston if auto owners make sense for you.
Oh, now you do your job.
Pat Ryan here with Kathy Mae Martin. If you're thinking of buying or selling real estate, then make the right play call and contact Kathy Mae Martin for all your real estate needs. Kathy's 30-plus years of knowledge and experience gives her clients the competitive edge. You know, like me on game day. Kick is up and it's good. Kathy Mae Martin for all your real estate needs.
When should you get tested for COVID-19? You have symptoms of COVID-19, such as runny nose, congestion, sore throat, fever, cough, shortness of breath, muscle pain, headache, chills, or loss of taste or smell. Current testing recommendations say everyone should get tested immediately if they have symptoms of COVID-19. If you have symptoms, be sure to follow recommendations about how long to stay home and away from others. For more information, visit our If You Are Sick or Test Positive webpage.
And welcome back into our OAB Law Game of the Week, and welcome back into our Elaine Walden of East Tennessee Properties pregame show. I'm Aaron Harvey, joined by Coach James Hoot Gibson, and we got a good one for you tonight. But first, let's talk a little bit about Elaine Walden.
Somebody that you can trust. You can put, several $100,000 of your investment, of your hard work, of your life in the careful hands of Elaine Walden. She will help you, guide you through the process of navigating that to sell your home or purchase your home, whether it be your first home or your fifth home. Trust me, guys, Elaine Walden of East Tennessee Properties can help you navigate that process. Please give her a call, 423-619-6748.
Yeah, she's a very nice young lady.
She really is, and she's helped hundreds of people in the East Tennessee area, not just in Morgan and Roane and Anderson and Knox counties, but as far as Scott County and Ray County and as far as up here in Knox County. So she can help you. If you are watching this TV show, give her a call.
She's a year older than me, but she's a nice young lady. So anyway, last night, Clinton squared off with Campbell County on Rivalry Thursday. It went to overtime. The Cougars prevailed 54-48. Clinton now has 3 losses on the season, and unfortunately for them, all of those losses have occurred in the region. Campbell County moves to 2-1, solidifying a spot in 3rd as of right now. After watching Clinton play, I didn't think we'd be sitting here discussing whether or not they'd make the playoffs, but here we are. The Dragons still have Lenore City, which is likely a win, but then in Week 11, there's a consequential game against Carnes. A big win there, and you could be looking at possibly a 3-way tie with the Cougars and the Beavers. Is this surprising to you?
It actually is, as Clinton has had a few bad breaks this year, but that is a majorly improved football team, and they control their own destiny, so I think the best is yet to come for Clinton.
Campbell County's win last night makes Kingston's win over the Cougars in the previous week even more impressive. No time to celebrate that, though, for Brian Pankey's program, as McMinn Central is in town for an important region game. That game tonight could eliminate the loser's chances of hosting a playoff game in round 1. So there's a lot of pressure there. What are your thoughts?
This is a huge game for the Kingston Yellow Jackets to become 6-1 and continue their momentum moving forward into the playoffs. Kingston will be able to run the ball pretty much on on anybody.
You know, I was listening to the Locker Room Show, brought to you by the Free Medical Clinic, that comes on immediately after we go off the air from here. And someone called in after Kingston had gotten beat by Sweetwater and said, well, you know, it's about time they played somebody that was their size, because they played Oliver Springs and Harriman and Rockwood. And, you know, those are Roane County rivalry games that have been there. And, you know, those are gate games for the fans, really. But, you know, Kingston really had an impressive victory against Campbell County. And that's a school that is bigger than they are, so they've played up in competition too.
They have, and that was really good to see, and that'll help them later on in the playoffs.
Region 2 AA has been a surprise to both of us, I believe, as we've seen Rockwood, team that we just talked about a little bit, lose to Monterey, and York take a commanding lead. What else is surprising? Oneida's throwing the football. In a win last week against Northview Academy, the Indians only rushed for 62 yards but threw for 216. John Webb will get a look at that tonight at Civitan Field as a very important matchup set to take place. What's normally a low-scoring, knockdown, drag-out type of game could look a little bit different tonight.
Yeah, I can't even remember the last time Oneida had over 200 yards passing in a single game. So that's going to be a different look this year, as this is normally a matchup of the triple option. So this will be a good game to see tonight, as Rockwood is playing their best football right now.
So as we are here at Powell, it is homecoming, as it seems like every single week you do this past week 5, you're going to end up with a homecoming game. But so it's an exciting night for Powell and the fans, and then Oak Ridge, of course, is in town, so we've got a great game for you as well. We'll talk about that game coming up, but also preview some other stuff going on around the area when we get back to your East Tennessee Properties, Elaine Walden of East Tennessee Properties pregame show in a minute.
1952. That's the year Hammers opened the first store in East Tennessee. Now there are 5 stores, and there's always something new. Like in Hammers' popular ladies' boutique department, you'll find the lowest price possible on new arrivals every week. Find similar deals in the men's department and the expanded rug department. Plus, special purchases always offer surprise savings. You never know what you'll find next at Hammers.
Don't dig blind. Buried utilities are everywhere. Always contact 811 before you dig to have your utilities marked.
When your champions are always on the go, make sure their journey is safe and reliable. Ray Varner Ford in Clinton can drive you to the next level of performance in this new 2022 Ford Edge all-wheel drive titanium, $47,795. 2022 Ford Mustang GT Coupe, $51,795. 2022 F-150 4x4 Super Crew Power Boost, $53,810.
Local you trust, performance you can afford.
Ray Varner Ford, your East Tennessee Ford dealership. I-75 exit 122 or shop us online at rayvarnerford.com.
We are the Anderson County cheerleaders here at ORUD warming up for tonight's big game. Let's go Mavs! L-E-T-S-G-O, let's go Mavs! L-E-T-S-G-O, let's go Mavs! L-E-T-S-G-O, let's go Mavs! Let's go Big Blue, come on Mavs! Let's go AC!
ORUD has exciting new appliance incentives to offer your family. Buy appliances and get rewarded. It's as simple as that. Learn more about how much you can save at ORUD.org.
You can save over $1,000 on your annual energy bills when you make the switch to natural gas for heating, cooking, and clothes drying.
Natural gas is affordable, reliable, and safe. We are proud to offer our customers a product that saves money, provides consistent service, and is a clean energy source.
ORUD is your one-stop shop. We sell and install gas appliances for our customers and make it easy to add to your bill with our 0% interest financing.
You can make the game-winning play by switching to natural gas this football season. ORUD is your affordable energy choice.
On-Site Care, now located in Kingston, is accepting new patients. Nurse practitioner Candace Templeton has over 25 years of healthcare experience in offering management of chronic care conditions. On-Site Care offers free sports physicals for established patients. Plus, On-Site Care offers hormone replacement therapy with compounded pellets. On-Site Care accepts most major insurance plans and offers affordable self-pay options as well. Call 865-285-9588 to schedule an appointment at On-Site Care.
And back to your OAB Law Game of the Week and your Elaine Walton of East Tennessee Properties pregame show. I'm Aaron Harvey, joined by Coach James Hoot Gibson and Elaine Walton of East Tennessee Properties. Over 5 years in the business, over $20 million in sales. If you're watching this right now, you're probably in the area that she can serve you because it's basically all of East Tennessee. Just, take Morgan County, draw a circle, like 30 miles each way.
Exactly. Probably like 80 miles each way.
Probably more than that, yeah.
And not just residential, guys. She also does commercial sales as well. So if you're a business out there looking to sell your business or you're looking to get into a certain property, give Elaine Walden at East Tennessee Properties a phone call. She can help you navigate that entire system effortlessly to make that so much less stress for all involved. Give her a call, 423-619-6748. Elaine Walden, East Tennessee Properties.
The season started slow for Oliver Springs. Tyler Harper took over in his first head coaching gig and lost his first 3 games by a combined 99 points. Whew. That's a lot. But then the Bobcats went to Oneida and almost left with a victory, instead falling 13-10. The next week, OS shut out Greenback 21-0 and followed that up with a 40-12 drubbing of Oakdale. This Oliver Springs team is currently undefeated in the region and can keep that going tonight with a win over Harriman. Meanwhile, this game could prove pivotal for the Blue Devils regarding playoff hopes. Travis Tapp's team is at home for this one. Can Harriman bounce back from a 47-0 loss against Rockwood last week, or does Oliver Springs keep it rolling?
This will be a great Roane County matchup as things really started slow for the Bobcats, but they have been playing their best football over the past 2 weeks, so I think Oliver Springs wins this one.
The leading passer in the state of Tennessee is Chandler Wilson of Carter. The senior's thrown for 1,772 yards with 16 touchdowns and only 5 interceptions. Tonight, his Hornets will have a home game against Anderson County, whose quarterback is 6th in the state in passing yards, having thrown for over 1,500 yards and a state-leading 21 scores with only 4 interceptions. AC is still undefeated after narrowly escaping Elizabethton last week, and Carter's trying to secure a playoff spot with a loaded Region 2 4A. The defensive back should be tested quite a bit tonight in a game that is a wide receiver's dream. Your thoughts?
I expect Anderson County to play Carter a lot differently than most teams have, as they will keep the wide receivers in front of them to prevent the big play. Anderson County in this one.
What's interesting about it is those defenses see those offenses that throw a lot when they're in practice, so both defenses should kind of have an idea anyway of what to expect tonight as that takes place tonight. What week are we in? 7? Whew, gracious. Region standings starting to come together, so let's take a look at those. And we've already seen one of those as it popped up on the screen earlier, but Class 1A Region 2, you've got Coalfield and Oliver Springs undefeated in that region, leading the way. Oakdale still sitting there in 3rd. Crazy the way that they started and how they've been defeated their last 2 games. But then you got Greenback, Harriman, Midway, and Sunbright. Only 4 of those teams are going to get in the playoffs.
It's going to be a big fight for that 4 teams there.
Yep, for sure. Class 2A Region 2, we talked a little bit about this, but York leading the way right now. York has the win over Oneida already, and so there's 4 teams there that are going to get in. There's 5 teams total, so that's a pretty competitive region as well.
Really competitive. I'd like to see what Rockwood does moving forward in the season.
Class 3A Region 2, Alcoa is leading that, of course. They're going to win that one. Just go ahead and mark it off. It's going to happen. But then you got Gatlinburg, Pittman, Austin East, Pigeon Forge, Northview, and Union County. And so, again, you've got 6 teams there, only 4, and the 4 that get in, I'd say from 2 down is completely up in the air.
It really is. It's a coin toss, each one of those games. Really close 3 teams there.
So In Class 3A Region 3.
This is a loaded region.
It is. McMinn Central still undefeated in the region with Sweetwater. And then you've got Kingston coming in there, Loudon, Brainerd, and Signal Mountain. I don't know that Loudon is the Loudon of yesteryear, but Loudon's still really tough.
They're still Loudon, and they're really well coached, and they're a really tough football team. So that top 4 team that's going to make that playoff is going to be a tough setup from Week 1 playoffs.
And Kingston's got that McMinn Central team tonight, so that'll be good. This is the 4A region. Anderson County leading that one. Still undefeated on the year, as we said, but then you've got Gibbs, Carter, South Doyle, Fulton, and Scott High.
It's kind of toss-up after that.
It is. Scott High really out of their league.
Yeah.
It's bad for them that they had to move up into 4A because they weren't really competitive in 3A either, so it's unfortunate for them. But the other teams right there, it's completely up in the air. Class 5A Region 2 West, the team that we think will win the state championship, leading that one, followed by Sevier County, a really good Sevier County team that West completely blew out, by the way, followed by Central, which won last night. Then you got Heritage, Halls, and Cott County.
Heritage doing some things this year. Glad to see them 3-3.
Yeah, they've got a new coach.
Former UT football coach, I believe.
Uh-huh. Yep. Class 5A Region 3, this is the region that we will see tonight in action. It is Powell, Oak Ridge playing tonight, both undefeated in the region. One of those is going to stand tall at the very top of the standings by the end of the night. We'll see who that is. But then you've got Karnes, Campbell County, Clinton, and Lenoir City. And we're talking about Clinton. Clinton is 0-3, but their 3 losses have come against Oak Ridge, Karnes, and Campbell County. So, I mean, the teams that are right now sitting at 2 through 4.
Yeah, it's just a really bad breaks for Clinton this year.
Ladies and gentlemen, will you please
I believe we'll get ready to do our national anthem, but if you see their 6A rankings, it's weird not seeing Maryville top of there, but they'll probably be there by the time the season's over.
Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, we would like to call your attention to the west end zone, where the American flag, the state of Tennessee flag, and the Powell High School flag has already been raised. Gentlemen, please remove your cap as the Powell High School singers and alumni, under the direction of Mr. Jim Kennedy, sings our national anthem.
So the Powell High School Singers doing a rendition of our national anthem tonight. That's a little bit different than we've seen all year long, but I liked it.
Awesome.
It kind of got me ready for Christmas time. It sounded like a Christmas carol, kind of. So anyway, the clock is winding down. We've got a little over 8 minutes until kickoff is scheduled for this one. So we're going to go ahead and take another break. When we get back, we're going to preview this Powell Oak Ridge game as you are tuned in to the Elaine Walden of East Tennessee Properties pregame show on the OAB Law Game of the Week.
Patterson's Appliances has been helping families like yours find quality home appliances from trusted brands including Whirlpool, Maytag, and KitchenAid for over 55 years. Our knowledgeable appliance specialists know how to outfit your kitchen or laundry room with the right appliances to meet your needs. We service what we sell with our own in-house factory-trained service technicians. And for the DIYers, our parts department is always ready to help customers find the appliance parts they need. Patterson's Home Appliances, because we care.
A college degree can't be earned in just one day, but can be achieved by doing our best together, just one day at a time. From getting a great start with your Roan State Success Coach, to learning together in the classroom, accessing free tutoring in the Learning Center, and working one-on-one with your instructors. Together, we succeed, one day at a time. Oh, and free tuition helps. So apply at roanstate.edu now, and let's succeed together.
Really? Again? Hey, if I had automotive style suspension like the new Simplicity, plus a free floating mower deck for the best cut, I'd be all that too.
Well,
and if I had the expertise and advice of his Simplicity dealer, maybe he'd look forward to hanging out with me.
You don't have a Simplicity dealership.
Good point. Huh.
Evans Mortuary has been serving the needs of families in and around Roane County since 1976. As established members of our hometown community, we understand the security of dealing with people you know you can trust. We build our reputation on this trust. The Evans family appreciates the confidence the community has expressed in us over the years and will constantly strive to earn that favor. Evans Mortuary, 805 North Gateway.
Football is back, and OAB Law is excited for a season full of big hits and those nail-biting near misses. If you've been injured, OAB Law will come to your defense. Call OAB Law and turn your red into a check.
And welcome back to the OAB Law Game of the Week and the Elaine Walden of East Tennessee Properties pregame show. I'm Aaron Harvey, joined by Coach James Gibson, and we are getting ready for a big region matchup tonight. And Elaine Walden of East Tennessee Properties, give her a call, 423 numbers 619-6748 and 334-0070. She will hook you up with all of your real estate needs, whatever it is. You're going to buy, you're going to sell. She knows how it works, and trust me, when you're in that process, you want someone who knows how it works, because that could be very stressful.
Yeah, guys, and make sure you understand that she has things that isn't quite available online. So still reach out to her via telephone, and she can update you on what she has available at the current time. So if you are in the market for a home in our area, please give East Tennessee Properties Elaine Walden a phone call at 423-619-6748.
Well, it hasn't been the season that either of these teams hoped for so far, but the season isn't over. Oak Ridge welcomes Scott Cummings, a 20-year head coaching veteran with a state title to his name following the retirement of Joe Gaddis last season. There was some excitement among Wildcat fans, and there should have been. Returning were Elijah Rogers, who is committed to play at the next level for Campbell, Jai Hunley, who is sporting offers from 4 different programs right now, and Brandon Hayward, a junior with several different D1 offers, including one from the University of Tennessee. All 3 players have missed time for the Wildcats. Rogers hasn't played since week 2. Hunley's missed 2 games with an injury, and Hayward had to miss a game because of a suspension. Okay, but that's just 3 players, right? What's the big deal? Well, those 3 players are the best 3 offensive weapons for a team whose offense has struggled. All 3 played in week 1 against South Doyle, and the Wildcats put 46 points on the board. The next week, Rogers and Hayward were out, and only 10 points were scored against Bearden in a 14-10 defeat. The next week against Clinton, Hayward was back, but Hunley was out with an injury. Hunley returned last week, hoping against Lenoir City in a 33-13 win. So Rogers is all that's missing now. And so hopefully the team will have him back in the coming weeks. How much of a slow start can be attributed to the inconsistent availability of their playmakers?
A lot. When you don't have your best athletes out there, it lowers the ability of your team to be effective to some degree. So when Oak Ridge actually gets healthy, they will look a lot different.
Powell has a somewhat similar situation. The Panthers have had their star quarterback sparingly this season following a Week 1 injury. Jordan Potts, a Tennessee Tech commit, was out in Week 2 before coming back and throwing just 12 passes against Carnes in a 42-28 win. The next week against Science Hill, Potts threw 21 passes, completing 14 on a 210-yard two-score day. The next week against Clinton, Potts threw it 29 times, completing 13 for 257 yards and 2 scores. I think it's fair to say he's getting healthier, but there's still something missing. As a junior, he had 76 carries for 407 yards and 10 touchdowns. This season, he's got a total net gain of negative 15 yards. Matt Lowe knows how important he is to this program, but without being able to use his legs, he isn't as dangerous as he was a year ago. At what point do we see him get more mobile, or do we even see it at all?
I don't think we will see him running the football until later in the playoffs, if at all. He has a lot of football ahead of him, and nobody wants to risk his future over trying to get another 50 yards of total offense a game. Sometimes you have to protect your best players.
And so the captains are on the field for the coin toss. That player on the far side for Powell, number 5, that is Mr. Jordan Potts. Oak Ridge put up 33 points against Lenoir City, a total it hadn't come close to reaching since its opening game. Meanwhile, Powell has averaged over 30 points in the last 4 games. The Wildcats are 3-2 on the season. The Panthers are 4-2 on the season. I know there's only been 2 losses for each team, but I think both records could be misleading. Oak Ridge's 2 losses came against 6A Bearden and Farragut. Powell's 2 losses came against 6A Maryville and undefeated 4A Anderson County in the game that Potts went down. Can anyone really know what to expect out of this game tonight?
Both teams have been banged up so much this season, and no one knows what to expect each week. So, both of these teams have had to really dig deep on their depth charts to play younger players due to injuries. What we can expect is a hard-hitting East Tennessee football game, and we should have a good game for our viewers with this matchup, as one of these 2 teams is going to go off.
So Oak Ridge wins the toss. They defer to the second half, which means Powell will receive the football to start this game. It's about time for kickoff, so we got to know what are the keys for both of these teams tonight.
Powell has got to stretch the field vertically to have more success in the running game, to take some pressure off of Potts and to play smart football. Oak Ridge has got to win in the trenches, have a lot of success in the running game, and play excellent in the defensive backfield.
So there you go. Those are the keys to the game. As we get set for our Warren Gooch, mayor of Oak Ridge, kickoff tonight. And Warren Gooch says, go Wildcats.
What an environment here tonight. Powell High School, Oak Ridge traveling well. Bleachers are full on both sides. Great environment, high school football in East Tennessee.
So Brendan Pearson is set to kick it deep for Oak Ridge. And back deep to receive for Powell. Looks like Connor Wheeler, the sophomore, and Mr. Adarius Redmond, the senior. So here is our Warren Gooch kickoff. It's up, it's deep, and it is in the end zone and out the back of it for a touchback. So Powell will start at the 20-yard line with this really high-powered offense.
Yeah, bounced right out of bounds there at that 2022 5A state championship assignment for the Powell Panthers. Let's see what Mr. Potts has in store here for the Oak Ridge Wildcats tonight.
So here they come as we get ready for the first possession of this game. It's a Hammers 1st and 10 for Powell.
Heavy set formation, 2 tight ends.
So here's Potts, fakes the handoff, immediately throws complete. And that time it goes to Aiden Green.
Connor Cummings, the number 9 for Oak Ridge, junior cornerback coming in on the tackle. It's one-on-one coverage. run a slant pattern with a tall wide receiver on the inside. Great catch by the wide receiver for a big Powell Panther first down.
And you got to see that on the Sean Gleason replay. Sean Gleason sponsoring our replays tonight, and already after a 12-yard pickup, a first down for Powell. So here's Potts, makes a handoff again. This time finds another man wide open, and this is going to be Trevor Bryant, and he's tackled at around the 44-yard line for another Hammers 1st and 10.
Tackle made by Oak Ridge Dallas Brennan, sophomore safety for the Oak Ridge Wildcats. Big first down, Powell Panthers. Good throw right there.
And you see on this Sean Gleason for City Council replay, just 2 plays, and now an empty set for Potts. 3 wideouts to his right, 2 to his left, and able to find another completion. This goes out to Adarius Redmond.
Brandon Hayward in on the coverage for the Oak Ridge Wildcats. Just a little bit too much cushion there on the play. Pickup of about 4.
Adarius Redmond and Aiden Green, such a talented set of wide receivers, both with D1 offers, as Green is actually committed to Cincinnati. Here's Potts, drops back to pass on the first second down of the game, and wide open across the middle is Trevor Bryant, and Bryant is brought down inside the 15-yard line, and flags go a-flying.
Touchdown saving tackle made by Izzy Mitchell, cornerback for Oak Ridge.
So we're calling, the official wants to have a moment. So quickly, 4 plays, 4 passes for this Powell Panther team.
A lot of communication here with the referees, trying to figure out where the ball's being placed.
Personal foul. Okay, we got a crackback block on Powell, so that long gain is negated.
Huge penalty for the Powell Panthers.
Ball will now be spotted at the 34-yard line. Still enough for a first down, however. So we'll have the Hammers 1st and 10.
A lot of room on the right side of your field.
Potts with Connor Wheeler in the backfield. Wheeler without a carry so far tonight. And Potts is going to keep it. So there you go. He doesn't get much there. We were talking about how he hasn't been mobile this season after that week 1 injury against Anderson County. But
well, you've seen a taste of it right there.
Yeah.
I mean, you've seen him plant that foot and just absolutely shake the Oak Ridge defender and pick up what he could and get down on the ground. He's protecting that shoulder. His best football is going to be at Tennessee Tech University in the future, guys.
You think Coach Matt Lowe has told him, you better slide or you're coming out?
Yeah, I mean, you know, the Powell is just right there on the brink of exploding. They've got a lot of talent, so they could have a deep run in the playoffs.
No gain on that play for Potts, 2nd and 10. And here, is Wheeler. Wheeler is slung down to the ground.
Sean Knowles, number 20 for the Oak Ridge Wildcats, coming off that side edge, making a big tackle for a loss.
Oh, Knowles, he said.
6'3", 187 pounds, come flying off the edge, making a really good tackle.
Got a great look at that on our Sean Gleason replay.
3rd and long.
Yeah, loss of 2 on that play brings up 3rd and 12.
Stacked wide receivers on top of your screen.
Man in motion, that's Faust. Potts back to pass. Now he's going to step up in the pocket and run, and he's brought down. Great tackle that time for Oak Ridge.
We have a flag.
And there's a flag, and it's a hold on Powell. I imagine Oak Ridge might decline that penalty. Well, couldn't really see it on that replay there.
4th and 12 for the Powell Panthers.
Yep, so no gain on the play. So what are we doing here? Looks like Potts is going to bring the offense back out. 15 seconds on the play clock.
Going
3 wideouts to the right.
Formation as before, without the motion.
When they throw it, they pick up a lot. So here's Potts. They are going for it on 4th down. Potts lets it fly up the left sideline. Nobody home. I don't know if he was trying to hit Redmond on that play. I don't know if Redmond maybe got caught up at the line of scrimmage or there was a miscommunication.
Tell you what happened to him. That was Brandon Hayward, number 13, on some excellent coverage down the field, preventing the big wide receiver streaking down the field, pushed him to the inside, took him off his route. Great job.
Brandon Hayward, another very talented player. That is Redmond against Hayward, 2 future D1 players. You know, who knows? They might go to opposing schools and play against each other at the next level. Of course, Hayward, just a junior this year, whereas Redmond is a senior. So Hayward will be a year behind him. But after the turnover on downs, Oak Ridge will have the Hammers 1st and 10. And we'll get our first look at this Oak Ridge offense. And this is led by Ethan Garza. Garza hands the ball off, and there is nothing there.
Steven Souls met him in the backfield for a big loss for the Powell Panthers.
And that is Tejavis Dozier on the carry.
It'll be 2nd and 12 for the Wildcats at the 34-yard line.
Defensive line of the Powell Panthers is what made that play. Running back had nowhere to go. He got tackled off the edge.
So Garza looks to his left, that goes to his right, and he is out of time. Thrown down on the play. And with a tackle that time is... Who is that on the tackle?
See there, Jai Hunley.
Charvin Thomas.
Lined up at the tight end position. I believe he missed his man. A big sack for the Powell Panthers. Huge loss for the Oak Ridge Wildcats. See here on the screen there, a lot of communication with the quarterback of Oak Ridge, getting his team lined up. This ain't a very good situation for the quarterback of Oak Ridge. This is very likely a screen play or a deep throw. Try not to have an interception.
Well, and now we've got a stoppage in play as the Wildcats are going to take a timeout and talk about this one. This timeout brought to you by Patterson's Appliances. Visit pattersonsappliances.com and check out their current cash-saving promotions.
Football is back. And OEB Law is excited for a season full of big hits, perfect plays, and those nail-biting near misses. If you've been injured, OEB Law will come to your defense and tackle any obstacles blocking you from scoring a full and fair settlement. Call OEB Law 865-546-1111 and turn your red into a check.
Out of the timeout, Oak Ridge will have 3rd and